Hey guys, good evening. Welcome back to my channel. Good evening, Obodo fam. How is everyone doing? I hope you're doing well today. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. Thank you so much for being here today. How is everybody? I hope your weekend is going well. And thank you so much for making time to be with me tonight. I just want to take time, first of all, to greet everybody, to appreciate you for yesterday. It was very, very emotional for me. And I thank you for your encouragement. Thank you for your love. Thank you for your support of the farm. Everyone that called into the show, everyone that sent messages on WhatsApp, and spoke encouraging words regarding that situation. I really, really appreciate you. God bless you. Thank you so much. You too will receive encouragement in your hour of need in Jesus' name. Happy Sunday. You're welcome. Welcome, everybody. So, tonight we are here to talk about women, men, relationships. As usual, we're here again to contemplate on another matter regarding relationship. So while the show was going on yesterday and the emotions were high yesterday, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody was so like everybody felt a certain kind of way regarding the situation of the Messiah Day and Kazim. So somebody brought it up. I think two people brought it up about the issue of transport fare, and I had seen it earlier on social media, and I actually downloaded the video, but I didn't get to it. I don't know, for some reason I didn't get to it. So we decided that okay, let's have a conversation, about transport fare. Hey, oh, Blue, you are doing a double shift. Hey, yeah, the Lord is your strength. You're listening to the preview live. Okay. May the Lord help you in the double shift. It is well with you. Make that money. Go make that money. So, so it was very intense yesterday. It was quite intense. Amati, you're welcome. So the lady said this is a long overdue conversation that we need to have about Tfare. Okay? Don't forget that we're talking about women and relationship. For instance, I think the context here is about Nigerian young women who go on dates. So I think these young women were making an argument why when they go on dates, that the guys they go on date with should pay their transport fare, transportation money, right? And there's a lot of talk, on both sides of the fence on this conversation. Okay. But before I even go into it, let me show you the video and you will see, you will see, you will see, you will see. That's all I can say. You make up your mind what you feel about this, because it's like a conversation. I don't know whether it's a radio station in Nigeria, uh, and whether it's a TV station or a YouTube, or I don't know what environment they were in. Ruth said, Sister B, let's break table today. I'm so sick of women taking us backwards. For years, many have been fighting for independence. Yeah, I agree with you, Ruth. The thing is that women in Nigeria, or Nigerian women, we are fighting. We've been fighting since the 80s for empowerment, independence, autonomy. We are fighting for equality, name it, right? But unfortunately, on one hand, when we say we are fighting for equality, on the other hand, we don't really want that equality. What a lot of women still want is a man that will look after them. That's what they want. So even though you're on social media shouting, Women's rights, women's rights. We have rights too. We are equal. And I'm not saying that we are not equal. Okay. We are definitely, every human being is created in the image and likeness of God, and we are all created beautifully, wonderfully. We are equals. But we had a conversation about submission before. Not everybody agrees with it. But my personal stand about it is that within the bounds of marriage, as a Christian, I believe in submitting to your husband, because that's what the Bible says. The husband is the head of the home. Okay. So that's not the conversation today. We are not talking about submission, but we are talking about double standards. Women who are fighting for equality but looking for transport fare. I mean, even saying it is so, I feel a certain kind of way. I don't want to say I feel ashamed, because this could never be me. Honestly, I think it depends on how you were raised and the parents that raised you. If you were raised by very strong parents who install in you these values of, independence right from when you are a child, if your parents equipped you with, knowing that as a woman, what a man can do, a woman can do, then you will not be thinking of somebody paying your transport fare. Okay. And as I was reflecting on this today, I was thinking about, okay, what about in situations whereby there's a lot of poverty in Nigeria? Maybe the girl is from a poor background, she doesn't have money, and this guy is doing well, he's asking her out. The way I feel about it is that if you are a woman and you are in your early 20s or mid 20s and you are dating, okay, as long as it's somebody that is not significantly older than you, then do things that doesn't necessarily involve money. That's what we used to do. We started dating in secondary school. That's what we used to do. We go to, you hang out. You just hang out. You play. You talk. You don't go to restaurants at that age. You're not going to restaurant in Nigeria back then. But now, dating has changed significantly, because I'm kid you not. There's a show we are going to do here on Thursday. Even my own children, if you hear what I learned yesterday about modern day dating, I was shocked. Honestly, I could not believe it. What these children are these days, what they are doing and what they are saying. Ha! I thank God for my generation. So the discussion among Nigerian women was why they expect a guy to give them transport fare after a date. And during the chat, two women and a female moderator discussed the expectations women have from men on dates. The women explained that they expect a man to give them transport fare after the date because they spend too much money preparing for the date. One of the women mentioned paying a makeup artist to get her ready and also trying out different dresses, right? Wearing an expensive wig and then going to the venue. She said it's only proper that the date gives her some money to appreciate her efforts. And she said, I always expect it to. It was nice meeting you. Oh. Just take. Just take. The woman said, oh my God, I can't help laughing. This is just so. And the host then asked, if this means that women now go on dates just to make money, and the other lady responded that being fine requires money. Say, being a fine girl requires money. These are followers of Messiah Igbe. You don't need any woli to tell you that. These are people that follow celebrities like Messiah Igbe, Toke Makiwa. Those are their role models. And we talked about it yesterday because these are the things they are learning. So this girl said, being a fine girl costs money. She said, it's not about making money. Oh, do you know the cost of being a fine girl in Lagos? It is expensive, she said. All right. So let me just play the video so you will see these our sisters that are embarrassing us.
You asked me out for like a long time. Let's hang out now. One thing. And I'm like, okay, no problem. Now you call a makeup artist.
25,000 or 30,000.
30,000 there. You test different outfits, wear wig, and I'll go out to meet you. I always expect, oh, it was nice meeting you. Just take.
What you are saying is that you are going out of the house to make money from the guy.
No, it's not about making money. Do you know the cost of being a fine girl in Lagos? It's expensive.
Oh, the cost cost of being a fine girl in Lagos is expensive. So they are talking about makeup artists, wigs, outfits, wearing different outfits and making the guy pay for it. It would be really interesting to see what our brothers have to say about this today. And Susan said, makeup artist, why not be yourself? See, I did this makeup by myself. At least I try. It's not as good as a makeup artist, but I don't think I need to do professional makeup to go on a date. It's not your wedding day, sis. Why do you need to go and pay makeup artist? Wow. So Susan said, why do your own makeup and carry your braids? Men detest wig for one and prefer the simple look. Well, Susan, me and you are not in the same WhatsApp group, obviously. Okay? Not every man detests wig. You started well, but I disagree with you in the last one. I'm not in the natural WhatsApp, okay? I believe I have to wear what I like. All right. So I mean, even if you need to wear wig or braids or whatever, just do what you can afford. It's about affordability. Mm? It's not about whether you wear wigs or braids. It's about affordability. What can you afford? I mean, what your parents can't give you, why do you expect a date? You are not even, it's not boyfriend and girlfriend though. This is just going out on a date and you expect, thank you. Take envelope. Oh, Gigi said they are all jobless non-entities. They don't represent real women. Hey, hey, I second that. Oh my God. Nigerian girls, chai. We're talking about the level of materialism. I mean, it seems like a joke, but it's serious. Nigerian girls today, the Nigerian girls in Nigeria, oh my goodness, materialism has eaten very deep into the fabric of that society. Hmm? Rao said dating is apparently an investment, eh? What a joke. Fakeness. Eh? Everywhere. Mm? Yes, some men want natural look, some men want flashy look. For me, it's not even about what the man wants. If I'm dating, I'm not going to ask you, I mean, when I was younger, what do you like me to wear? No, it's about me. What do I like? It's about you. Your look should be about you, not about attracting men. What you are comfortable with. Some women like their natural hair. Some don't, they are not blessed with edges. Like, if I remove this wig now, some of you will run, you will pick craze because of my edges. So, Ambo Ashirini, wig is buying some Ashiri that is not meant to be seen outside. So, it's about you. It's about you. It's not about the man that you're going on a date with. What are you happy with? What are you comfortable with? What suits you? So dress up for yourself. Make yourself look good. If you're happy with yourself, the other person will be happy with whatever you present yourself with. This is what young girls need to realize. Don't go and buy expensive wigs that you cannot afford because you are trying to impress a man. It is wrong. And then you expect the man to pay for it. No man should be telling you, oh, if you wear a wig and a man says, oh, I don't like women that wear wigs, I prefer men that wear natural hair. And if you are like me, you like wigs, then obviously the man is not for you. Because if you like me, you will like what I'm wearing. Okay? And certainly not on the first date, you'll be telling me what to wear. That one a rough play now. What's in bring that kind of thing? Mm-mm. And when we don't date, it don't serious, not a boyfriend or girlfriend, we are going towards a committed relationship. If you come talk, say, actually, now this kind of look I be prefer. I will still consider am whether I like her or not. If I not like her, no, I please myself first. When it comes to looks, anybody will like you, we go like what you look like. If they don't like you with what you like, okay, someone like me now that like different kind of wigs and I like to do makeup. If I go out with a man or if I marry a man that likes natural look, how long will I pretend? How long? Today I no wear makeup, I do natural hair, I will be miserable. Tomorrow I will do natural hair. Next tomorrow I say, Ogbeni, I beg, I beg, I beg, I beg. I no fit. I will carry my wig wear because I will not be happy with myself. And you shouldn't be going into a relationship because you want to please the other person. You need to love what you are. Just love being who you are. I don't think men even cares. A lot of men don't care about this looks thing. And now women, they took care. Most guys don't even notice whether it's wig you are wearing or is a natural hair or it's braid. They don't care. There are other things that will stimulate them. It's not your wig. Right. Okay. So I have a few things that I did a bit of research and I'm going to share my screen so we can quickly talk about this. Then I'll take calls. We're not going to be long because yesterday we were very, very long. Right. So Post Nigeria is saying this. Let's see what Post Nigeria has to say. I better go. I'm sharing my screen. And this is what Post Nigeria is saying. I think this is written by a man. And it says there was a raging question on Nigeria Twitter on Tuesday. This was even a long time ago. I thought it was even the new one. Okay. And it was about transport fare. The conversation was about transport fare, and there were passionate tweets on both sides of the fences. Sadly, it ended up in a shouting match with little progress made on the topic. Okay, so this is not the first time this topic is coming up. This was actually 2017. The general consensus among women was that a man should pay for a woman's Tfare when she comes to visit him. Many guys were shocked by this. First of all, the nature of the relationship between a man and a woman who comes visiting wasn't clearly stated in the general discourse. Let's imagine that the relationship hasn't reached the serious and exclusive stage. I dare say that within this context, a man should not pay for a woman's transport fare. Paying for a woman's transport fare implies that she is doing you a favor and she isn't feeling you or attracted to you. If the feeling is mutual, then nobody is doing anybody a favor. She likes your company and she's down to spending time with you and probably having kerewa. If you both enjoy each other's company, then I am sorry. Paying for her tea shows you that you might be in a customer pseudo prostitute relationship. You see, it becomes like a transaction. It brings in the transactional aspect of it, which is not good. It becomes very exploitative at the end. You know, you can pay for transport fare once in a while, once or twice, but when it becomes obligatory, then it's messed up. You are under no obligation to pay for a woman's transport fare because before she comes to your house. Okay, or she comes on a date. This one is not even house, maybe a date where you meet in a bar or a restaurant or mama put wherever you're meeting. She willingly came to your house. She enjoyed spending time with you, and if Kerewa was involved, she probably enjoyed it too. I told you this is a man writing this. I can just tell from the language that is a man. Paying her transport fare indicates that she's doing you a favor. And this is a wrong notion. A lot of Nigerian women believe that Kerewa is a gift and men should be grateful for giving them this gift. This is a wrong notion to have. Kerewa is enjoyable by both parties. No one is doing anyone a favor, and no one should be grateful over the activity you both agree on. We are talking about two consensual adults. Mhm. And it goes on to say another notion that encourages the Tfare policy is that men are the ones who want attention and kerewa. Nigerian women, no fault of theirs, have over the years shielded away from the fact that they love kerewa. So when a man comes over, it is seen like the man is the one enjoying this and she is not. To compensate her for the time and lack of pleasure, and he put it in brackets, which I know is a lie. You have to pay her. Yeah. She did you a favor and now you have to pay up. You see how messed up this Tfare policy is? I don't know why he keeps calling it a policy. It's not a policy. Where is it written? I beg. Although, if the relationship is exclusive and well established, a guy could pay for his girlfriend transport fare every time she comes. This, however, feels odd in this time of gender equality when traditional rules are being shattered. Okay? I agree with him, honestly. If we are in this area where roles are fluid, you should say boyfriend, you should why should a boyfriend pay for, a date's transport fare all the time? If the answer is yes, does this mean that when a guy visits his babe and shows her a nice time, she should pay for his transport fare? I guess we never know the answer to that. If the roles were reversed, it would be a double standard arising from both parties. All right. And she said that I think that while increasingly a number of our ladies lash on to feminism principle, they still struggle with traditional African female roles. On one hand, they want to be independent, and on the other hand, they want to lean on the old ways of doing things, e.g., a man must pay for my hair and my transport fare. Paying for a woman's transport fare isn't compulsory. If you want to do it, do it. But I think it's odd that men are expected to foot the financial bills on dates and home visits. And this is what we should be talking about. Okay, is a man, Ayomide O Tayo is the author, and this is from Pulse, Nigeria. Right. Can hear what Ayomide is saying there, that Nigerian women are not ready. 1 minute we say we are looking for equality. On the other hand, are we really looking? Are we really ready for that conversation? Please give this video a thumbs up. Give it a thumbs up. We are doing very well with time. And I'm going to, again, read out. I'm just going to share my thoughts regarding why it is very important for us to teach our daughters and our younger ones the need for them to be independent. Very, very, very useful, because unfortunately, you still find a lot of women today in Nigeria that are going to marriages without having anything they are doing. Nothing. They don't have anything they are doing. And that is a problem. It is a big problem, my people. It is. It constitutes a lot of reason why there is, DV is on the rise because of this. So from The Independent, I'm reading 5 reasons why women need to be financially independent. 5 reasons. The first one is to preempt emergencies. Everybody need to be ready, prepare for contingency. What if the person that is footing your bill is no longer available? Their layoffs are frequent, jobs aren't super secure, and neither is life. And if the husband is the sole breadwinner, when the wife and the kids are being dependent on him, there's no reason, to worry for the family. But if anything happens, there will be panic. There will be serious panic, and there's likely to be breakdown in that relationship if anything happens to his job. Number 2 is to meet the rising cost of living. Inflations, as we know it, have risen noticeably in the last few decades. To own a decent home, send your kids to a good school, live above average standard of living, and it's becoming very high. So 2 income is needed. The women who are financially independent can not only contribute to the everyday expenses of the household, but they also help to meet the family's financial goals. Get your money, ladies, young ladies. Go get your money. Stop looking for people to pay your transport fare. That's the least you can do. If you don't even have transport fare, you don't even need to date. You first need to go and sort out why you don't have transport fare. Number 3, this author says to feel responsible, and it boosts your morale. Financially independent people are capable of making their own decisions. You don't have to depend on anybody. The reason why you cannot leave that relationship, even though they are slapping you, is because you have nowhere to go. You have no money. People are already stuck in such relationship. Don't make yourself statistics. And it says this increases your self-respect. It increases their self-respect and makes them feel more confident to face any kind of situation in life when you have your own money. Many women from conservative background with dreams and aspirations depend on their partner and parents for their fulfillment. Being financially independent will enable them to be self-sufficient. You will fulfill your wishes, enhance your skill sets, go for trips with friends, and even buying things that they want to. You don't need to be asking anybody for money. It makes you feel It stops you from feeling independent. It stops you from feeling dependent on another human being. No one should have to tolerate domestic violence or abuse, much less because you are financially dependent on your partner. Therefore, it is extremely important that every woman becomes financially independent so that, you know, they never have to feel helpless. You never have to feel helpless. And lastly, it says to be a role model. You are a role model to your children. You are a role model to a larger society. A lot of people look up to you. You know, when a woman supports the family financially, socially, and emotionally, and so on, she's a role model to her children to show them that gender bias is created by the society. And anything, it doesn't mean anything when a woman is strong, confident, and sure of herself. The children learn from that. Okay, you are helping your children. Hmm? When children see that their mothers are financially independent, they will also understand the value of money and be inspired to be self-sufficient in life when they grow up. Hmm. And he ended up the write-up by saying it is extremely important for all women to be, whether you are married, single, separated, widowed, single, whatever, divorced, to be financially independent. Hmm? With financial security, a monthly paycheck in your bank account or a business. Very, very important. So these are some of the reasons. There are many more, so many more. I will just run through this one. This one is basically saying the same thing. Yeah, role models to your children. If you just sit down at home, you are not doing anything. Like all these our aunties in Lagos that are looking for men that will pay their transport fare. Hmm. Then you are not showing your children the right example, right? This is also reasons why women should be independent. Why women should be independent. And this one is just this one is pretty straightforward. It talks about how it gives you a handle on your own life. An independent woman has more control over her life. It makes you feel strong, true to yourself. You don't rely on anybody. And if the boat is rocked in any way, you still got yourself, you got your life because you got your income, you know. And it says a little social pressure. And it says that although women do not have social pressure to work, um, but being an independent woman tend to be being independent, women tend to be more reliable and you are stronger, more independent. It's just basically saying the same thing. He's saying the same thing that, it's always very, very good for you to have your money. You can choose. I like this one. It says you can choose. Independent women can have more opportunities to be able to choose or make any decisions for themselves. In this way, women will grow to be more mature in overcoming various problems. You can choose. You have a choice. You have a voice. And here it says that it increases your self-esteem. When a woman chooses to be independent, both financially and otherwise, this directly impacts on the way that she is perceived by people. You attract, others who will respect you, and you can build more networks professionally. So, transport fare, seriously, my people, transport fare, we are talking about transport fare in 2022. Hmm? Okay. That is a whole lot of reading I have read, but it gives a little bit more, information about why it is so important for us to discourage the habit of looking for transport fare. I mean, I know that in Nigeria, men generally pay for a lot of things for our sisters, or when you are dating, you are expected to pay. You're expected to, when you go on a date, for instance, you're expected to pay for the dates. There's nothing like, going Dutch over there. I think a lot of Nigerian women who live in Nigeria may not have ever heard that word before. You can't take a Nigerian girl on a date and you expect her to pay half, But still, if somebody asks you to a date, yes, they should pay. But if somebody takes you out to a date, after paying, you still expect them to give you transport fare. Ha. I don't know how brothers feel about this. I don't know. I really don't know how this works. But I know that as much as we say we advance, a lot of Nigerian women today are very, very independent. They are pursuing their careers. Not every Nigerian girl thinks like this. You see, the ones that think like this, most of them are usually from very poor backgrounds. And they are the ones that always demand the most. Your papa no get bicycle, you dey look for who get car. Isn't it ironic? You dey look for who go buy car for you. Want to join the Mercedes league? 17 says Auntie B. These ladies are not even broke. They make money, but they just think that it shows a certain level of class, being a hot cake from a man to pay their Tfare. Wow, this feels like I don't even understand it. I don't get it. Honestly, I don't get it at all. Okay, bless be. Say, I'm sharing my link now. A lot of people keep asking me, how do I join the show? If you want to join the show, please come to YouTube. Watch it on your phone or on your computer, not on TV. Then if you come to the comment section, there is what we call a link. If you see where Obodo Yibo TV is written, just click on it. It will bring you to the studio. So, bless be say, I don't know, maybe because I was trained by a single hardworking widowed mother who never remarried me. I know they wait for man money. I work so hard for my own money. Bless you. Bless you. Susan says, I suspect these ladies have kerewa on their first date, which is why they need transport fare. So, is that not prostitution? A man that you just started talking to, all of a sudden you go and you are sleeping together. I thought the whole point of the whole thing is to start a relationship. And I'm not saying that people don't have kerewa on their first date, but if you like the person, obviously they are not going to force you. If you like the person and you decide to do kerewa, do they have to pay you for it? I don't understand. Did you go there to give them kerewa to be paid? And I'm not saying that men shouldn't give women money, okay? I'm not saying that men shouldn't look after their girlfriends or give, because this is the culture back home in Nigeria. We grew up with, when you are dating a man, once in a while they will give you present. If they are working, they might give you some money, buy you recharge card and all those things. In fact, as a matter of fact, some Nigerian girls, if you don't spend some money on them, they will not even go on dates with you. They expect you to already pay plenty money. It makes the relationship very, very transactional. So what we are saying is that as much as we are fighting for equality, women's advancement, you can't be asking for transport fare in 2022. Ladies, it's shameful. Honestly, it is. You can't. I saw a video today where this guy was saying that he was talking to a girl, and they were meant to hang out. She was to come to his house, and she came with a cab. And the minute she got there, she was looking at him. He was outside, and she was looking at him and said, "You no go pay." And he was like, "What?" He said, "I pay the cab man now." Now the guy say, he just pay the cab man, both the money wey he take bring am and the money we go take am back. That was the end of the date. The date did not progress. He just cut it short. Because his argument was like, you don't even know whether I get money. You don't know whether I get money. I think what we need to start really, really talking about is commercializing relationship, monetizing relationship. It's not a good thing. Not in this day and age, my people. It's not. Uchenna, you're welcome. You're the first in my studio tonight.
Be in
Good
the
evening.
groove. Good evening. So what is the question now? What question you want to ask me?
Should men be paying for transport fare for their dates?
It really depends. It depends on the situation of things. I mean, are we going based on diaspora or we're going based in the Nigerian levels?
Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, are we going based on diaspora or in Nigeria, basically?
I
What
think we
is
should
it?
do both. I think we should do both to get a clearer context because we don't live in Nigeria.
Okay, so in Nigeria, right?
Mm-hmm.
Paying for dates is okay. You know what I mean? Because that's the terrain over there. But in diaspora, I believe a woman is independent. She's making her own money. So I mean, you're gonna pay for the date because I'm a traditional man also, you know. But
Mm-hmm.
in some certain situations, she will pay for her own transportation, you know. So that's what I believe in. Do you understand? So
Mm-hmm.
it's a very mixed kind of situation. Do you understand where I'm coming from now?
Yeah. But these
So
women that
it's
are talking here are also independent women in Nigeria. If you are independent in Nigeria, is it okay to expect the man to pay transport? But if you are independent in the diaspora, then the man shouldn't pay transport. Isn't that double standards?
yeah, it's a double standard. But you know what, Bridget, as an African man, I was born with culture. You
Right.
know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So it depends on the situation. In Nigeria, I don't expect a woman to come and be paying for her transport. I'm gonna do what I need to do in Nigeria. But
Mm-hmm.
in the diaspora, if she has a great job and she's doing her things, of course she's gonna have to do what she needs to do just a little bit, just to see what it is. Because diaspora is very different, like how you used to say, right? And
Mm-hmm.
Nigeria is a different terrain. Do you understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
it's very it depends on the capacity of the man. Do you understand what I'm saying now?
Yeah.
Yeah. If I'm a
Okay.
hungry man, uh, in Nigeria and I don't have money to be dating, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna expect the woman to be paying for certain situations. Do you understand what I'm saying? But if I know
Okay.
I'm well to do
Mm-hmm.
and I'm comfortable and I'm able to do what I need to do, then I will pay for what needs to be done. Do you understand?
Okay. Yeah. All
Hmm.
right. Thank you very
Hmm.
much, Uchin.
Thank,
Appreciate.
thank you for thank.
All right, Tola, you are next.
Good
What do you
evening,
think
Auntie
about this?
B.
As a matter
Okay,
of fact, let's have a general conversation. Tola,
okay.
Amandi, you have added Romari and Omoye's corner. All right.
Good evening, Auntie B. Good evening,
Good.
everyone.
Tola,
I'm
go ahead.
I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to speak as someone in Nigerian living in the diaspora,
Mm-hmm.
and for me personally, I don't think it's all right. And this
Okay.
is just me speaking because I, more than anything, I value my self-respect.
Mm-hmm.
I understand that, oh, men, they have it's different in Nigeria, it's different in other places,
Mm-hmm.
but there was, from that video, the video you talked about, when they were
Mm-hmm.
discussing, they mentioned something, paying for the fare. The man may be able to do it,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, but it becomes transactional with the way those ladies were saying, except for Tone. She made some great points with the way
Mm-hmm.
that they were saying, oh, if I have to make up, I have to do this, I have to do that. You are
Yeah.
going out to meet someone in order to, well, everyone has their own reasons. For me, I think it's that you want to get to know someone.
Yeah.
Okay, it shouldn't be that, oh, it's a means of survival. That, oh, you have to pay for it. He's not. You're not. It's not dating. It's a date. So
Yeah.
why would they even? Why is it? But then that's for everyone. So for me, I feel it's like it's no. It's a no no. And they mentioned that it gets transactional. Okay, and they also want something in return. And you are saying that, oh, so all those things, like, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. I like that. Thank you so much, Tolu. Romari,
What
what
do
do
you
you say
say
to
to this?
this?
Hi, sis. I mean, this is an issue I've been very vexed about because
Mm-hmm.
like, now I'm speaking as someone that has dated in Nigeria and has dated in the US. And it's seeing the kind of disrespect women get online because of this kind of behavior is
Mm-hmm.
alarming. You see people going to meet someone, you don't have money to pay for taxi. Why are you taking a taxi? Why can't you at least pay your way there? If you can't, stay home. Why are you embarrassing yourself everywhere? I
Mm-hmm.
understand Uchi's point, but like You know, there's some things you can do. The man is going to pay for the food, obviously. Sometimes I did while I was in Nigeria. I drove my car. I will pay for the food sometimes, which some people didn't get that concept of, why is a woman offering to pay? Why is she doing this? Why are you not asking me for stuff? You know, sometimes they don't get it. But then on the other hand, you have some men like, oh, I spent all this money on you on a day, and you don't want to come home with me. Like, what is that? So it attracts a whole lot of disrespect, and I don't get why people will put themselves in that kind of situation and be at somebody else's mercy. Like, how does that make you feel as a person? you know Forget, it's like, okay, you want tradition. I don't see how that's tradition, especially depending on who you're dating. If you're dating, like, say in the village, where the person is at home, and your family went to get her, and you introduced yourselves and you carried her to your house, okay. But when you're now dating a person who is more mature, a working class person, it doesn't make any sense to me. And people having this sense of entitlement over somebody else's money. It's like, why? The entitlement is becoming alarming. It's now like a right. How that is no longer cultural. That is, I don't know what term to call it. So I don't know. So that disrespect now translate. I mean, gets directed even to other people that don't behave that way. Now people now talk about women as if it's a general thing. It's not. It's not the same with every woman.
Yeah.
It's just that, it's become something they kind of expect in Nigeria, that if you behave differently, like I always did, I didn't even know all this was going on. That was just me. I've always been fiercely independent, and they didn't get it. I don't know, but I think it's just we have some men that have a more that are well traveled, that have a more worldly mindset, and can stand an independent woman. But some cannot. Some, their egos, and the ability to ride on and control the woman won't let them, allow the woman to do her thing. So, I mean, yeah.
Okay. All right, Romari, I hear you. Amaya, you heard what Romari said. Do you think that some Nigerian men will feel like the woman is proud if you don't ask for anything? If you are like Romari, who you don't expect anything, you do your own thing, you pay your own way, you don't ask for transport, you don't ask, for anything. What do you think? Because our first caller, Uchena, was saying that it's different in Nigeria. Here, he expects, you know, um, that you do it both. He's not expecting to pay here, but in Nigeria, he expects. He's more traditional. So paying in Nigeria is more acceptable. I don't. I felt like It should be. If you are dating somebody, I don't know. What do you think?
So it's a double-edged sword. Reason why I say that is that in Nigeria, and I've dated in Nigeria, when they see that you have your money, to Romari's point, they do feel intimidated. They feel like Nigerian men have, even with the ones that are seemingly exposed and
Mm,
educated, it's
mm,
shocking. They'll tell you, oh, so you have it like that. Ah, ah, now, wow, big madam. You hear comments. No, seriously. So it, it, I don't know. I think it's the mindset has to be worked on, because the way they see you, if you have, you're able to take care of your own transport and take care, or maybe you decide, okay, I want to do certain things for myself. They perceive it differently in Nigeria. I don't understand. The mindset is it's a very traditional mindset, like where they feel like, oh, the woman should totally rely on
mm,
them for
mm,
everything. And I believe that they're the ones perpetrating this. Those women in that video, the reason why they're saying it is, to be honest, based on their experience. They may have jobs, they may be working and doing their own thing, but the types of men that would ask them out and stuff like that, will have a sense of, I'll take care of you. How much money do you have?
Okay.
Beg, keep it,
Okay. Omoye, hold
right?
that thought. Let me take this call. Good afternoon, bro. Hello, can you hear me? Hello? Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome.
Yeah, good afternoon there. So basically let me just jump in. For on the man's side, I think it's an individual thing.
Okay.
It's not I don't think we can make it a general thing for a guy. Or every man has his ego. But really it's an individual thing. It's not every man that has that problem if a lady offers to pay.
Mm-hmm.
It depends on the individual. Now, there are two different things. There is a date for the first time and two people that have been dating. Now, if I am dating someone, I have been dating a girl that is my girlfriend. She doesn't have to wait to come or for me to pay her transport. I know if I want to see her, I can say, babe, can you come home? I'm missing you. Okay, I'm going to come. And she could tell me, man, I'm broke. I don't worry, I'm going to give you. She comes. That's not a problem.
The issue is demanding men to pay.
Yeah, that's what I said. Two things. If they are in a relationship, if they have been in a relationship, that is not a problem. That they would have understood themselves and they would demand from each other. But for me, meeting a girl for the first time and asking her on a date, and she comes over and she expects me to pay her transport, definitely me asking her on a date, depending on where I want to take her to, I would have made arrangements to pay for the dinner, whether I'm in Nigeria or I'm diaspora, it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
I will make that arrangement. I would also expect her coming to meet me for the first time, and when she's leaving, she would have made an arrangement for her transport. Because at the end of it, what you portray to me is what I'm going to perceive from you at that first meeting. You know, I don't care about the makeups and all that. I've always thought that all these things women do, they do it for themselves.
Yeah.
I might be wrong. I feel all this makeup and hair thing is like a competition between themselves. You understand?
Yeah.
I as a guy, I guess I respect makeup, it look good and all that. But sometimes when it's too much, I kind of want to see an undertone of nature in the first time I'm meeting you.
Yeah.
Not all out putting off so many things. And you know, by the end of the day, if I'm calling a date, I have an intention for that date. And I'm looking at your character, your personality. You understand? And if you're asking me for money on the first date, it's a no-no for me.
All right.
So basically, it's just for the guy thinking, and then for the other side, like the other lady said, that some men, they have this ego, they are so, yeah, it's not all men.
Yeah.
It's not all men. Time and age, everybody knows that. Every man is looking for a hardworking, dependent woman that will support him and help him grow.
Yeah.
Right now. One that will drag him back. You know, so I don't think that thing is, I don't know if it happened, but it's I don't think it's an every man thing.
All right. Thank you so much for your contribution, my brother. I appreciate you. Brad Patrick said, in Nigeria, if any woman asks for transport fare prior to her coming and departure, she's open to Kerewa on arrival. That's true. Okay. And this comment is also very interesting. Omoye, I want you to address this. Evelyn said, as for me, if you ask someone to come and see you, you are going to pay for her transport fare. But if she said, I'm coming to meet you, she should pay her transport fare. So according to Evelyn, is who is asking. If she's volunteering to come and see you, then she should pay. But if you ask her to come and see you, you have to pay. So what I mean, I don't know how I feel about that. What do you think, Omoye?
I think it's open to both individuals to interpret it the way they want. It depends on the parties involved. If they're comfortable with that agreement, then that's okay. Whoever chooses to pay the transport fare should, I don't think that's a big issue. Whoever decides, I think it's an individual thing. And I would leave it to both parties to deal with it however way they want. Like the last caller just said, it's not a general assumption. There are people who have a certain mindset about this dating and how to go about it. And there are others who have a different mindset. There are also men in Nigeria who don't mind you paying. They don't see a big deal in it. There are also men who see it as a slight on their ego when you do it. And many men who see it as a slight on their ego is much more than those who don't see it as an ego, unfortunately.
Let's leave whether he volunteers or not. It's the asking part that is the main thing here. Should a woman be asking?
No, I wouldn't ask. Why would I ask for someone to? I beg. I don't, like Brother Patrick said, you open up that to me, in my own opinion, right? I don't want to put myself in a position where I have to, I have to conform to what the other person wants. I don't want to put myself in that type of awkward spot. I want to come in as a human being first, as a person meeting another person, right? And then we take it from there. I'm not going to ask you, oh, come and visit me, so please pay my transport fare. Or I want to come and fly. Let's say we're talking about flying to meet each other. If the person lives outside of where I am, and then I'll
Let
not
me
be
tell
telling.
you, let me tell you why asking is problematic. Once there is a transaction, you need to give something to get something.
Absolutely.
There needs to be an exchange. So if you are asking, you need to give him something too.
Exactly.
So if you are asking for transport and he's asking you for Kerewa, you cannot say no.
Exactly.
Because
You
he's
feel
paying for your
compromised.
transport.
Yes, you have compromised at that point. This is my opinion,
Right.
So
Right.
I don't know, but I just think that it's a mindset and it depends on two people, because this is a conversation we're having, right? But at the end of the day, it depends on both parties involved. What works for you? I think the mindset has to change. I don't know, I guess we can keep having this conversation, but I
All
feel
right.
like asking is not, I
You
personally
wouldn't
would
ask.
not ask.
Okay. Lizzie, unmute yourself. What do you have to say about asking guys for transport fare when you go
Hi,
on
Auntie
date?
B. Good afternoon. Yeah, hi.
Welcome. Mhm.
I'm assuming that this is a first date. That's the assumption I'm having. And I just, the fact that we're even having this conversation, or this is even a conversation, is appalling. Because if as a woman you cannot get yourself to a date, then you have no business being on that date in the first place. You have a bigger fish to fry,
Amen.
because
Amen.
it's a problem. You know what I mean? And this is what breeds disrespect, because if as a woman you're asking a man, oh, I'm going on the first date with you, get me a transport or pay my transport fare.
Pay
When
for
he
my
starts
cab
touching
fare.
you when he starts touching you inappropriately on the date, don't complain, because hey, it's already a transaction to begin with. So when the disrespect
Absolutely.
starts, don't complain, because hello, I paid for this. This is how I'm seeing it. I paid to get you here. So what's the complaint about? But if as a woman you walk in there, you get yourself there. When he starts to talk anyhow, you pick your bags and you're gone. That's it. It's bye-bye. And this is what men also, they start saying, oh, I got this lady there, I paid her fare there, and she doesn't want to play ball or play game. Like, excuse you. I'm sorry, Auntie B, but whether it's in the diaspora or it's in Nigeria, as a woman, I mean, you're going on the date, I'm assuming, to know the person better. You're not going there because, you guys are just going to, see, hey, is this something that could work? Am I, attracted to this person? It's a date. So the fact that you're already making demands is a red flag for me personally. As a man, if I was a man and I was supposed to bring a woman on a date, or I invited her out on a date and she's already telling me to pay her cab fare, that's already a red flag for me, because I already know what I'm getting into. You know what I mean?
Lizzie,
But
the
if he
thing
offers,
is, have you heard the word vex money on social media, Lizzie? When
Vex,
all
no, I
this,
haven't heard that. No.
oh, you haven't heard vex money. Okay, there's something they
No.
call vex money, not vex money, and they call them with Oyibona pidgin, vex money. Vex money is the
Vex
money you
money.
have that all these people on social media say have the money just in case if you go and see him and things don't turn out the way you planned, then you can get
Exactly. Then you can
home.
bounce.
You can
Exactly.
bounce. And again, if you go on
Exactly.
a date and you decide that, okay, maybe he's saying, okay, let's go to my place. And you're like, no, but I just met you. I don't want to go to your house because You know, say if you go to a house from the date, then other things are likely
You
to
should
follow.
know exactly.
And you are not ready to
Exactly.
go down that route yet. You just want to go on a few dates to get to know this person. So if you
Exactly.
decide that he's
That's what
not
I'm
paying for
assuming
your
it's for.
food,
Yeah.
then you should pay for, because some guys can actually do that. They will walk out and not pay for your bill, your food, if you
Exactly.
do
And yeah.
not agree.
Exactly. So if you go there as a woman, you're there on an empty purse, a free cab fare, and something happens, and that place you go wash now. Not be plate. That place you go wash. So
Imagine
at
all
the
that
end of the
dressing
day,
up.
do you understand? It's ridiculous as women, how we're even in the 21st century, we're thinking about these things. Like, how does, like, I was appalled. This was the first time I was actually watching that video when you played it, and I was like, is this really a thing? Like, do people really think like this? But it's very sad. And as women, we should be more independent. And if you cannot pay your Tfare to a place, then you have no business being there in the first place. Maybe then start working, get a job. If he offers and say, hey, you know what, I would like to pay for your Uber, or I would like to pick you up, it's a different thing. Some men will offer. I've been on dates before where men is like, you know what, I'll pick you up. And sometimes I've said no, because if it's the first time I'm seeing you, I don't want you knowing where I live.
No, my house.
So
Yes, yes.
yeah, so I rather even get myself there than you calling me Uber, knowing my address and all that. So I rather just meet you at a place, and it's safer for everyone, because trust me, there are people that are crazy, like, believe me. So I'm sorry, I don't agree, with the first caller saying whether it's in Nigeria, it's a norm. I'm sorry. Wherever you are, Nigeria, the diaspora, you should be able to get yourself, to a date and from a date. I don't care. I don't agree, So
Thank
this is
you.
my
Yeah.
opinion anyway. Yeah.
All right. Thank you so much,
you.
Lizzie. Yeah. Okay. I agree with you. I'm from the same school of thought with you. I completely agree that if, as a young woman, you don't even have money for transport fare, then don't date. You shouldn't be dating. This is the way I see it. This is the way I see it. That means you don't even have any. What is the point of the date? What are you going to date for? Because I'm thinking that dating is going to lead to other things. Relationship will lead to marriage. Abi, even if you are a student, you are still in university, you are in college, you have pocket money. Students work these days. It's all about empowering yourself so that you don't make yourself look like this dependent, like you're dependent. Now, children, they depend on parents. They call children dependents in this part of the world. You, a grown ass woman, can't become dependent to another man. Why? See, finish too much for that kind of thing. I don't like it. Hello, you're welcome, darling. Can you hear me? Hello. Not hearing you. Hello. Michelle, are you there? Unmute yourself, please.
Hi, Sis B.
You're welcome.
Thank you for having me. I'm calling from Canada.
Okay, what do you have to say?
This is a very interesting topic. I've been just watching that video you played, and a lot of things come into mind. I don't want to sound disrespectful, but in Nigeria, a lot of people are hungry. There's hunger in the land. There's materialism in the land, and I'm going to tie it to the celebrities and everything that is happening. You are going on a date with somebody. Both of you, you want to know yourself. I'm thinking it's a first date. You also want to meet the person, and the person wants to meet you. It's a mutual meeting. The fact that the culture already agrees for the man to pay for the meal, it's okay, because let's say, because in Nigeria, most of the time the man is the one that initiates the meeting. So I understand he's going to say, okay, I'll pay for the dinner.
Yeah.
Why would you expect somebody you just met to also pay for your transportation? I don't understand. Are you not a human being? I don't understand. Are you not supposed to be having some sort of livelihood? If you were to go there on your own as an individual, wouldn't you pay for your meal? Or won't you pay for your transportation? That's just the way I see it. It's very wrong. And at the end of the day, even if the man accepts you and the relationship goes to a better point, and do you really think you are equal partners in that relationship? That breeds situations where you see somebody say, oh, he doesn't respect me. I'm trying to impute or do things to help both of us as partners or as a couple, and you see he doesn't listen to you, or he doesn't take advice from you. For example, if he got you like a furniture, he's going to treat you like a furniture. That's just the way I see it. I'm not trying to say that those ladies don't have their reason. I'm very sure it's based on their what has happened to them or the situations they found themselves in. But it's so wrong. You are going to meet somebody for the first time. Why are you employing a makeup artist? Why
But
are
you
you
also
doing that?
understand a lot that Nigerian girls typically expect their boyfriends to fund their lifestyles.
Lifestyle. And at the end of the day, maybe at the end of the day, you marry that person. The relationship becomes what you want it to be. You are not equal to that person. It's going to be a savior or a master servant relationship, and you built the template for that. So I don't know how down the line you want it to change. It doesn't happen that way. I know
Yeah.
our culture allows, as Nigerians, we want men to take care of us as women, but we cannot be fighting for equal rights, for to be heard, to be loved, and to be treated well in the society, and yet you go back and you do these kind of things. Yeah, the men that they are good men. It's a different thing. I'm not saying that men shouldn't pay for transportation, but if the man comes and say, "Oh, please, I want to pay for you," or "How are you going?" or show
Yeah.
concern,
Yeah.
or
If they
desires to pay for
offered,
you,
you
is
can
good. But
accept.
you can't
Not
go and
you
be
asking.
demanding.
Not
It
you
is wrong.
asking. It's shameful.
Are you
It is
are
shameful.
you prostituting yourself, or are you? If I'm just thinking out of the ordinary how shameful it is that those ladies open their mouth to say such a thing without even feeling a bit of remorse.
Yeah.
He's not even your boyfriend, somebody you are just meeting for the first time. And at the end of the day, it's a date. The date may not become a romantic thing at the end. It may just be that we met each other and we click. He might be your business partner tomorrow. He might be somebody that will introduce you even to your husband tomorrow.
Yeah.
So why would you carry that mindset of collecting and never contributing? It's a
Yeah.
wrong mindset, and I feel as Nigerian women they should wake up. They should stop being so myopic and so short-sighted that at the end of the day you reduce your self-worth, you reduce your value, and you expect the men to see you as such as valuable people. That's just the way I
Right.
see it, Sister B. That's my own
Thank
contribution.
All right. Thank you so much, Michelle. I agree with you. We belong to the same WhatsApp group. GV Tech says, you can't eat your cake and have it. Some ladies claim women empowerment and down to the patriarchy, but when a man, but they want a man to take full responsibility for every financial and logistics aspect of dates. So that is a problem. You see? Ekele, unmute yourself, Siri. You're welcome.
That's a very topic.
Hi, Ma. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Well, I'm good.
Great.
I'm just gonna keep it very simple. We can start with the simple part. Just a question.
Your line is very bad, Ekele. We're not hearing you properly. Are you
Aren't
driving?
aren't these girls ashamed of themselves? Yes. Sorry, I can't stop right there.
Yeah.
Okay.
You're asking if they
Okay.
are not ashamed
Now,
of themselves.
yes. I I I'm just gonna keep it very simple. First of all, if you're gonna meet a man on a date, I think first of all, like if you have a car, you should meet him there. And two, if you don't have any car, you can ask him to meet you somewhere that is easier for you to walk,
To walk to.
or it's
Yeah.
easier that is cheaper or transport. The norm I've already said and to be the one to pay for the date, especially he's the one that initiated the date. So you should therefore not demand anything from him, especially if you just are meeting him for the first time or a few times. The only person you can do that is maybe when you're married to your husband, but also you can do the same thing to him too as well. You can pay for his date, you can take him, kind of spoil him here and there. So it doesn't make sense why I want to demand.
Ekele, I'm sorry, but we can't hear you. Your connection is quite bad because you are on the move. Unfortunately, so we can't hear you properly. It's cracky. I'm sorry about that. Hello, can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can hear you. I don't even know what happened to my service here or something.
All right, so somebody is disagreeing with everything we are saying. In fact, she's telling us of Adiola Badero says, stop it, people. It's vice versa. So Nigerian men can be like this too, always demanding as if they are doing the woman a favor by dating or being with them. So Adiola say we should stop what we're saying that some men are demanding as well, demanding for money. I don't know what she mean by demanding. We're talking about dates, not marriage. Marriage is a different ball game. So I don't know. Do you mean that men ask you for money when you are dating them or when you go on dates? Because me, I've not heard that one before. If not marriage or committed relationship, I would say okay. But for dates, but yeah, you can come and shalaye. Adiola. Okay, Aloha. What do you have to say?
Okay, first and foremost, I would like to clear the fact that money does not equate class.
Okay.
And I have seen people, artists, celebrity, pop stars, ladies especially, coming out to make this kind of assertion that it costs a lot of money to make themselves look good if they are going out on a date with a guy. So for that reason, he has to pay. And to me, I find that very demeaning
Mm-hmm.
because if you are going out on a date as a lady, what what are your goals in going out for that date? What are
Mm-hmm.
your objectives? What are you looking at in wanting to date that person? It's just like you going out on a date, telling someone to give you transport fare. It means like you are consulting someone. You are going on a business. This like consultation money. What are you consulting for? That's what it feels like to me when you're asking a guy to pay for your Tfare, to pay for your meal. If you are going out as a lady, you should have your money in your pockets, your bag. The money you're spending for food, the money you're taking for your transport fare, to and fro should be with you. If you don't have that money, then you have no business being in a relationship because you can't even take care of yourself. How can you be asking for what you don't even have to give yourself?
Mm-hmm.
So a lady should be that independent so that when you go into that relationship, you will not hear a guy telling you that, okay, see finish. Or maybe at the end of the day, he will tell you that he left his wallet at home or
Mm-hmm.
something. And
Yeah.
then you just look like, in fact, I don't know, because when I saw that video and some other videos that have been coming up over the years about these same issues, I
Mm.
wonder I wonder what how women they see some women, how they see themselves. Because if
Mm-hmm.
you prize yourself, you value yourself, when you are going into a relationship, especially if you want that to turn into a courtship, because I think some people are confusing it. We are talking
Mm-hmm.
about a date here. We are not
Date.
talking about
We're talking
courtship.
about date. No, we're not talking about even relationship or
Yes.
marriage. It's
So
dates.
first impression matters a lot. If I'm going out on a date as a single lady with a guy, there are things I want to look at. I want to look at his long-term goals, his goals for himself. Do I want to be with this kind of person? But when money comes into the equation, it just blinds a lot of things. And you see people, they end up sleeping with a guy on the first date when they are not
Mm.
even supposed to sleep with that guy, because
Mm-hmm.
they've already made it look like it's transactional, asking for money. So
The
women are,
girl said that being a woman in Lagos, being a girl in Lagos is expensive.
yeah, being a woman in Lagos, no doubt, is expensive. But
Mhm.
if you cannot take care of yourself, it means that you should not be depending on a man to take care of you. What you cannot give to yourself,
So,
don't
so
ask.
the bill of being a woman, who does it go to? I think that's the
It
question.
goes to the woman. Take care of yourself first. If you can't take care of,
Okay.
that's why you see some women, when they are married, they will say so long as it does not brings the woman to the house, he can cheat. So long as it doesn't bring the disrespect me by bringing her to the house, you cannot
Mm,
leave. You are stuck in a relationship because
mm,
that relationship is based on the finance, how
money.
much he
Yeah.
spends on you.
Right. Thank you so much, Aloha. I appreciate you, my darling.
All right, thank you.
Thanks, Siri. Um, Vicky said, I have been on a date with a guy here in Nigeria. We went home in the same bus, and he told me he didn't carry enough money. I had to pay for my transport fare and his. That was the end, though. Vicky, he doesn't have transport fare. Why is he taking you on dates when he doesn't have transport? Oh, Darrow. Yeah. The point is that being a young man in Nigeria is hard. Honestly, I feel sorry for the young men in Nigeria because Nigerian girls, they are high to tier. Nigerian girls, Chineke, they come and they expect too much. Like they expect too much. Their eye don't see a reach back. So young man when they manage himself now, maybe he get one small work where they collect in small. Now youth copper just graduate. He can't carry you go expensive restaurant when all the money don't finish. He pay for food. Both of them are chop. Now you don't get transport fare. He say make you pay for transport. Now you ghosted him. You don't see him again. It's not good though. Vicky, that now. You could have given him a second chance. You never know. Who no get transport fare today go get tomorrow. So, Bio, what do you have to say? I don't feel laugh.
Auntie B, happy Sunday to you and
Happy
happy Sunday
Sunday.
to everybody.
You're
Yes.
welcome.
So, very interesting topic here. And I want to look at it taking a cue from our discussion yesterday because it relates to this as well. Either way you look at it, especially from the Nigerian angle. So, just like you said, initially during our time way back in Nigeria, anyway, it was still better. Every year, as time they go, things they worse. You can understand. During our time, even when you did campus, hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I'm
Yeah,
hearing you.
even when
You
you're in
go.
the campus and all that, you can get your normal girl. Now they use now pocket money to the roll and everything first date. So
Now
here's the
no go
thing,
go expensive date.
place.
You don't need to go
Yeah,
to expensive
expensive
date.
place. So first date, here's the thing. Most of the blame go to the men, to be honest, not the girls. I will tell you the truth.
Okay.
Because yes, the blame go to the men, not the girls.
They are trying to
Honestly.
impress. They try to impress the girls.
No, the truth is now men, nice Nigerian men, we now we cause the problem upon ourselves. We
Mm-hmm.
now the impression what we don't forget them right from time, which is just the truth. So let me explain this. Even an innocent girl who don't would not think like this on a normal day, haven't had men overdo things. You understand in the past, it go dey difficult for her to know the normal process. Let's say,
Mm-hmm.
for instance, we Nigerian men, whether you like it or not, we most we when we take a girl out on the first date, it's very difficult to really see a Nigerian man whose real intent is I want to really meet this girl. I want to genuinely know this girl. I want to genuinely see what is my end goal with this girl. That is just the bitter truth. So most men are more likely to meet a girl and take a chance to take advantage of a girl. That is just the truth. So, and most of these girls are be meeting men like that, which means
What do you
those
mean take advantage? Like they want Kerewa? Is that what you
carry
mean?
what? So they set the trap for the girl. So that I
Okay.
will pay for your cab, I will do this. It's a trap that the man
Okay.
sets for the girl. It's not
Okay.
really because of anything. Do you understand? Because of a truth, Auntie B, I will tell you, uh, in Nigeria, if you meet a girl one on one on your own, for instance, and let's say you are just in a marketplace or somewhere and you just get to meet her and start talking with her and process a date or something, it's more difficult than when you onboard the girl as maybe somebody just connect you and say just take cab, come to the hotel. You know what I'm trying to say? All that rubbish. So
Mm-hmm.
the man set that platform, by setting a trap. So here is the thing. On the first date, you, the woman, now have the power to send a signal that what you are expecting is not what I'm expecting. For instance, not directly. Let's say, for instance, you are a woman of your own caliber, whether you don't need to be rich, but you know that a guy says, okay, I want to meet you, let us meet in Chicken Republic, for instance, or whatever. And
Mm-hmm.
you know that this guy I'm going to meet, I'm just going to know him. I'm not expecting anything more. So therefore, even when the guy start talking some kind of things that raise red flags, like
Mm-hmm.
for instance, some guys will say, I want to take up, say, let me just send my cab man now. Let me send this one. You already know that this one is already trying to show big man. I don't know if you understand.
Mm-hmm.
There's a difference between care and big manism. You
Mm-hmm.
know, a care is different from
big manism. I also believe that every woman must still not have money to find love. That is just my truth. Like, for instance, if I meet a woman, over here I've met a girl that at the point I met her, she wasn't really working. You know what I mean? But once I met her in a restaurant, African restaurant, we just exchanged number and all that. Before our first date, during the communication, I was able to pick a level. I don't know if you understand. Who not get today, not me say no get tomorrow. Do you understand my point? So for somebody like that, I don't even need to ask her to come and pay for her Uber or whatever, even if she can, right? As far as I already know that this particular person, she have money to pay, but at the end of the day, might not be part of her budget. So I don't want to stress her. Do you understand what I'm trying to say? You know, so I made some kind of offers first, like, can I pick you up? You know, something like that. You know, that makes sense. Do you understand? So what I'm trying to say, if a man genuinely love you or interested, now let me not use the word love because it's first date. If a man has genuine intention for you as a woman, he will show care from the one, but not showing the care in money form. In a way, do you understand? You can smell it. Then if a man is just
But
after
in
you,
Nigeria, the only love language they understand is money, Bio. You know that?
yes, I agree. We are coming there. So that's why I'm saying it now. So that's why the defense from those people even that you listen to that gave their views on that article you read or report and all that. So if you listen to what they were saying, which we all know, they were talking about things that look transactional. So which means that if I'm going to somewhere, it's transactional. But which normally a date should not be transactional because it should be two-way game. Like, for instance, if I'm offering you a date for us to go to a restaurant and eat, of a truth, even though it is my interest to meet you, it's also a benefit for you because you are using the opportunity to meet me and eat on me, on my time.
What about the Nigerian girls? A lot of guys complain that in Nigeria, when you ask a girl out on a date, they bring two friends with them, and you are expected to pay. What
No,
if your budget
that
didn't
one is a
cover
clear
it?
message. That is a clear message. So bringing two girls, if you bring, we've seen all that. I've seen a girl bring two friends. As the two friends they come, that's why they call my two friends. You understand? So we need to cancel them one. Do you understand? So yes, now. So
You
as
call
we are
your two
bringing,
friends. May they can't do
yes,
it. May they can't date them too.
you are
It comes to
coming.
triple
You are
dates.
coming to a date with me on a date with me, and you came with two friends. Then me, I will bring my own two friends too. So we are going to share it one. So the date will be completed.
Oh my God.
That's what it
The
be
thing
now.
comes to triple dates. Oh,
Yeah, so
Jesus.
you come to triple date. So
Ada they talk say Ada is saying that men too they ask for transport money these days. Ada, I want to know, is this in Nigeria or this
where?
is in the obodoyibo? We need to know, is it in the abroad? They
Right.
say men too they ask for transport money these days. You can't even have a conversation with them without them
Right.
texting you. I don't
So
understand.
yeah.
Nigerian men asking women for transport fare. This is
So
shocking. It's shocking
Auntie
to me.
B, let me say this to you. Listen, there was a time I made a comment here. Just listen to this little example. I met a girl who was a working class girl here, doing well. I'm not joking, doing very well for herself in her state, according to what I know, for instance. And once we started talking, I said, okay, how are we going to meet? Am I going to meet you first, or you're going to come here and visit me? Let's just meet. You know, we've known each other. Now, here's the thing. When we checked ticket, she said no, she would rather come first. We checked ticket, and the ticket for her to fly down to my state was about $500. Listen to this. Now I have genuine intention on a long-term relationship. I don't expect that if she come first time, I'm going to Kerewa, right? So I said, okay. So she now said, where is she going to stay? I said, well, you can stay at my place, you stay in the guest room or whatever. She said no, she would prefer an hotel. So I said, okay, that's fine, I can pay hotel for you, but you have to pay for your flight ticket, right? Because me, I reason I'm saying if I pay 500 for flight ticket, I can't pay another 500 for hotel. That is $1,000 for waiting. I know say I not get intention to come sleep with them. I don't know if you
And the
understand.
first date, is it the first date?
First meeting now.
Ah, okay, first
John,
meeting. Okay.
first meeting, which is probability. She might come say she not like me. Me if it
Yeah.
say I not like him. So
Why you
Auntie
not
B,
go meet her? Why you not go meet her for
that's what I'm
mistake?
explaining to you now. I ask her, say let me come or you come. Which one? She said she would like to come first. You
Okay.
understand? So
Yeah.
now, not using it against her. I'm just giving her an example now. why some relationship not the work. This is not against that person. The person didn't do anything bad. But what I'm saying now is that, and I thought of it as a man. If I spend $1,000 first just to see a girl, we never talk of chopping money or acting money never did there. So if the relationship not come, I'm going to spend $1,000 to see maybe two or three.
The relationship no come progress because of that. She no come again.
So I asked her, I say, you go buy the ticket. She said, you go take a baton. Later, she say, she's not interested. Now I say, you don't feel clear. Me already know, say this one no go work. You understand?
So buying flight ticket is not comparable to taxi fare. Now Uber money we dey talk about bill.
Yeah, even though we are looking at Uber, what we are saying now, that's why I said the way you will look at that taxi fare to the normal regular guy in Nigeria. We are talking of somebody here whom we know within the what. You know what I'm trying to say? So it's commensurate. That's just the truth.
For do in that situation, I will advise say una go meet halfway. Now for film meet halfway, everybody pay their way. That's it. Since you are meeting for the first time and you don't want to come your house,
actually, what the introducer said, which really made sense, because we have been communicating for months and we know each other and go reach back home in terms of family. Right? So it's not like maybe I'm a stranger totally to the person. Do you understand what I'm saying? So the judge said that normally, because she is an advanced lady, she said normally she have every confidence in saying, I know this guy. You know what I'm trying to say? Since you've already offered a guest room or something like that.
Yeah, and you have a guest room, so, and somebody introduced you, so
thank you.
Yeah, she can stay in your guest room.
You can stay in my guest room. Of course, you know that this guy no will try nonsense. Do you understand what I'm trying to tell you? You know? Yeah. So, but this is just a case of somebody just trying to be, I don't know how to put it, I don't want to judge. So let's not miss the point. That is just one part of it. So, like I said again, it is very important for a woman to put things from day one. Now, just like the other caller said, the way you lay it from day one is what is going to happen continuously. Do you understand me? A guy took a cab to come and see me. Didn't know the driver was my driver in my former cab company. So the moment they call me, say, come down, I come down. Say, come down where? Say, come down. I'm here. I didn't understand. So when I came down.
Or for Nigeria?
For Nigeria. So I came down. So when I came downstairs, then I saw that she mean pay the cabman. Then the next thing the cabman say, pardon mo. So he look at me like this, say, no, I asked the cabman, Sonny, how much? He told me, I just paid for the cab. Right? So when I paid, I laugh. When I smile, later the cabman tells me, say, Pa, I'm sorry, you were a very good boss to me. That money is not the money for the cab. Now they carry that, they go different places, so that they influence transport fare. I said, you don't even need to know me. I know, because where should they come from for Benin? So what I'm trying to say in essence is that no matter how much you watch, even if you're a woman that has money, you have pride, you have everything, if you still place yourself cheap, no matter how expensive a cloth is, once they find out for Bedan Select, now the Bedan Select price they go give them. It's just the truth. It is just the simple truth. So always it's important that even when the man is trying to take advantage of you, setting a trap for you with all those nonsense, that you, if really genuinely you know that this is not a date of Kerewa, you understand what I mean? Set the space. If the place is too far, the man is in Lekki, is calling you from Ikeja to come to Lekki, to come and eat in Banana Island or something. You have the right to say, sorry, dear, I would love to meet you, but I can't come all the way to Banana Island. Does that make sense? You know? So the man will then know that this, and always set the terms. Set the terms. Many of us, our own relationship, we were meeting. We don't really set the terms where one person is expecting the girl to stay all night. The other girl is expecting that she's just going to eat and come back. You know what I'm saying? You know, so these are things that you must set right from the interaction, even before the date. Okay, what are we doing? Are we going to eat in Chicken Republic? All right, so I'm going to be with you between 2 and 6. Then because I need to be home by 6:30. That's all. The man already know that this one no go work. If he get bad intention, thank you. You know, click. If you get bad intention, you say go find one light talk. Say maybe one business partner call me. But when you don't set the terms, you just say, okay, he said I should come and meet him in Chicken Republic. You don't come, you carry bag, follow body, you don't reach it. The man, when you now say I want to leave, the man will be looking at you like this.
Augustina, what do you mean? Augustine must say, I can't even risk it going on a date with a Nigerian man. Omo, I love myself. I don't want to cry or regret. Not me, Oga. You too. They talk. I beg shift. I pity women going on a date with a Nigerian man. What do you mean by that, Augustina? Eh? So are you trying to say that people shouldn't date Nigerian men? Is that what you are saying? Because I don't understand what you they talk. Oh. So Nigerian men, they know they date them. What do Nigerian men? Which men better pass Nigerian men? I better no bring that one come here. I know they agree me person. Me person shade Nigerian men though. Which African men better pass Nigerian men? We don't get this conversation here one day. Oh. I dey fight anybody where they shade Nigerian men. I don't like them. Oh. No let me fight you. Oh. Which African men better pass Nigerian men? I will leave that matter. Oh, now not be waiting with they talk with that. If you don't like Nigerian men, now you sabi. That's your personal choice, but you shouldn't make blanket statement like that.
When
Nigerian
the whole
men,
world,
the main
the whole world
Nigerian men,
even know.
better Nigerian men, they don't even they care about this Tfare who they talk.
Yes,
They will
now.
pay over and over and over and over again. They don't even send. You know, I got it. Now you go to hear. If you they lucky to see better Nigerian man, you are too lucky. Make I tell you so. No conscience, my brothers. So don't let me fight you. Barry, unmute yourself. Have you spoken?
No, I haven't.
You
Good
haven't.
afternoon.
You're welcome. You're welcome.
How are you doing today, Anthony?
I'm good, thank you. You're welcome.
All right. So on the issue of dating, I would say that if a guy is initiating the date, he should pay for the date. I've not gotten to the transportation part yet. But
Yeah.
if the woman, but if the woman is initiating the date, she should also be open to paying. For the transportation aspect, I would advise as a guy that a lady should always be prepared. You don't know who you're going to meet. You don't know if this guy would pay or not. So she should be able to pull her own weight in that area, even because there are dates that have gone sour in terms of you go and maybe the guy may not pay or he will be unable to pay and all that fun stuff. But in order for you to get back home safely, have some change in your pocket. Just have some money in your pocket and not be saying you could just walk out, go the dates, completely relying on somebody you have never, even though you guys have spoken on the phone, completely relying on that person to foot your bill and everything. It's not safe. It's not a route that I would tell any lady to go. And besides, it sends a red flag to. I wouldn't call it a red flag. It sends a signal to the guy that, okay, if I'm going to be paying for this lady's transportation and everything, it means that I'm probably going to be taking care of a couple of other things, because a first date is where you get to know each other. A first date is kind of your first interview where you're putting your best foot forward. So you should be able to say, okay, while during the course of the interview, the guy would have been able to gauge the kind of lady she is based on her responses, and also the lady does the same thing to the guy. So it's kind of 50 right now. But my own kind of person, I grew up in Nigeria. I do not feel comfortable. I get squeamish. I get really, really uncomfortable when a lady wants to pay. I do not subscribe to. It's not a bad thing if a lady pays, but I personally, I do not like a lady paying. I want to be able to take care of the bill. Yeah. Even if she
that said, Nigerian men, even on the first date, they start to talk about kerewa, whether you ask for transport fare or not. And the same man have issues with women asking for transport fare on the first date. So I think what Ada is saying is that if Nigerian men can ask for kerewa on the first date, then the women shouldn't have any problem asking for transport fare. So it comes down to the transactional relationship that we're talking about again.
Yeah, so that means this is a short-term thing. We are just meeting in order to help ourselves, get to know each other. There's absolutely no emotion invested
what I
in
would think is
at
that
all.
if you're going to carry one man for money, is transport fare not too small?
Yeah, oh well, that's
If
true. You
if
should be
transport
trading.
fare
You
is
should
your
be
It's
trading more
payment,
part
than a
of the
commodity.
bill.
transport fare not too small.
It's part
You
of the
should be
bill.
shooting. You should be shooting more than transport fare. That is
Which one
very
be
very
how
very
much be
true.
transport fare Tori alone?
Yeah,
It's too
yeah,
small
that's
now.
true. That's true.
If you want
Transportation fare.
charge better money.
Auntie
No,
B, why you say transport fare too small? Why you talk like this? Even in Nigeria, there from
I beg transport fare too small. What's the transport fare?
From Ikeja to VI, some guys can tell you
How much
transport
is
fare
the
at
charger
20,
to be at you?
30,000. Eh?
Is how much?
but
Ah,
OBO, I respect. I fear when you talk. Which the long distance dating where you engage on. The thing fear me when I like you won't ship somebody from another state come here, except in a long distance. Except in a
no,
Now
long
from
within
the
distance
same
America
America
now.
marriage.
now.
You want
We
No,
did
do.
no, within
America together
America.
now.
But that's still for a date. Except say you dey look. Except say for me anyway. Make I speak for myself.
Okay,
Except
I'm
say
not
I'm
going to
married.
meet.
Except say I'm married. I dey look
Advise me how
forward.
you could meet a girl where they a different state. Let's say you are living in Atlanta, for instance, and the girl is in, let's say, Chicago or somewhere. You
Yeah,
know.
that's why I say.
Uh-huh.
If na marriage purposes, if na something na commitment, I don't hear about this babe. I no mind. I go
No,
fly
they
there
just they
without
start.
even
They never
thinking.
reach the level of marriage. They are just
Yeah,
talking. This
no.
is
I
the
mean,
first
say
date.
if na my mindset, if na my
Okay.
mindset is that one. But if
Mm-hmm.
my mindset is say, okay, I just want to meet this girl,
No,
make we
no,
just
marriage meeting now. You know, go meet person for you, marry her.
well, well. Anyway,
I don't understand though.
for my own line, I no go. I know they do all those long distances.
Okay, you feel say interstate too long for within America. Is that what you're saying, Barry?
Too much because that one don't enter long distance relationship now.
If you
Now the
say
thing we go
interstate too long,
enter.
what about people that they date people from Nigeria from America? What's you go talk about that one?
But
That
Auntie B,
one
I
na
agree with her. I agree with Barry. Oh, I not lie to you. Oh. The reason why I agree with Barry, I'll tell you the truth. Because this thing lingered for a while, not just with one person, to the extent that I came to a conclusion and said that anybody who not in my state physically, no need. Because the truth of the matter be say, anywhere you look at, except for few states, so let's assume like Atlanta to where I did right now, they see cheap ticket, 150, that one not bad, 180. But sometimes this person so if they work for a state, a good state, but the city when it day, the flight to where I day, the airport not be commercial airport, so the flight
It's
high.
about commitment. Bill, leave that matter. I know a woman that dated a guy in the UK
Okay,
and she lives in America. This woman,
okay,
he come, the guy they UK, not get paper. So he couldn't
okay,
visit her. But she an American citizen, so she can come. This
right.
woman was coming to the UK for 4 months to see him. It's about commitment. Are
Thank
you really
you.
ready
And
for the
it seems
relationship?
that
And are you ready to
relationship.
spend
I
your
think
money?
I think that
The way I
I
see
think
it,
that
so
relationship. Oh no, after you.
Bill,
Sorry.
Yes.
the way I see it, both of you are not ready because you are thinking only about okay. You now you don't already talk and say if I spend 1,000, I say I go to spend 1,000. No, not be so. If you are really serious,
Auntie B,
both of you now.
Auntie
First of all,
B.
me go buy ticket. Wait now.
Okay, go
Me go
ahead.
buy ticket. If na me be that, if na me be the woman, I go
Uh,
let you come because you be the man. I go say
okay.
come. You go buy your tickets.
Uh-huh.
Maybe stay for hotel. Next time me go come. I go buy my ticket. By that time, maybe when I don't serious, I go stay for your house. So by that, now go navigate, and when I don't serious, then one person go move. I don't believe say interstate relationship
Yeah,
for America and something where today complex.
yeah.
I know for a fact I've listened to a number of your programs. I know you do not support
I don't know
long
support
distance
long distance, but
relationship,
America within
but
in the same country is not long
within
distance
yeah
now.
within no it involves a lot of you're investing a lot of time and emotion.
And
If you're
money
doing
now,
if,
now
if I
money.
invest that money, if you they do long distance relationship even within the US here, I dated somebody who lived in California. I lived here in Chicago, and we've spoken over the phone. It's again, it all starts from the very beginning. Waiting be the mindset is this is if my going into this relationship or going for this date, is it to get to know this,
It's
get to know this
marriage
person?
mindset.
Marriage? Is it marriage? Is it like a long-term relationship, or is it going
But
to
you
be
go know
Yes,
person
short-term?
before you
now.
marry her now. You
That is
can't
what
decide
we
from the
look at.
beginning saying a marriage now.
It's marriage intent because you people are already
Una go don dey
discussing
talk
your
for phone.
interest.
Yeah, una go don dey talk for phone for
Thank
quite a
you.
while to don know the
Mm-hmm.
direction where this
Yes.
relationship dey go.
So now
Okay.
you go determine if I would get willing to cough out one
Bio,
thing,
somebody say you are
500
not
or
ready to spend.
700.
Now, what you
No,
somebody talk
it's
with
not
that?
about,
Seminade say you are not ready to spend.
because you did not even give me chance for me to explain something. Auntie B, yes, my point.
You use your
The,
mouth talk say if
the
you pay for
point,
hotel, if you pay for flight,
yes.
you pay for hotel.
Let me
Say
finish
now
now. The
1,000. Say
point
how many
here,
times you go pay 1,000? So I
you
agree.
listen now. So the point here, that's what I'm trying to explain to you. The point here is, if there is anything you can do in such a relationship to eliminate excess cost, why don't do it? I don't know if I'm making sense. Let's say
Marriage
for it,
and a relationship is investment. You need to invest
thank
in it for it
you.
to
You need
stand.
to invest.
But
But
both of them are not ready to invest. So both of you were not even willing to invest. Now why not work with that?
really,
For me and Oga to they think this way. I would say that na so the men mindset day. That is how you should. Yeah, na so the mindset take day. A typical guy, a original guy, no fit say, okay, we will only talk over the phone. That is what you should please keep in mind. We will only talk over the phone for some time. Now
I
you
mean,
go
this the
determine.
$1,000 is not small money. I do understand
It's
Bill.
not small money. My
I don't
California
understand what you people they
relationship
talk
at the
here.
time, my California relationship at the time, we had an understanding. See, okay, every month we'll be visiting each
See,
other. This month
Auntie
I fly
B,
down here, she flies down here, and she foots her own flight bill. I foot my own flight bill. She stays at my place, and that's it. But this a lot of calls don't go in between
But the
before
only
this thing kick
yeah,
off.
the only thing why I say, Bill, you try. I not to blame you because you volunteer to pay her travel flight money, and you say me she said she don't want to stay your house. You say me to pay hotel, she not agree.
thank you.
So that
And
one I not
listen
blame you
to
because
this.
at least you try to pay half of the money.
She have a house where
She
she's
didn't meet you
staying.
halfway.
Listen, she bought her own house. When we are discussing where she have her own house, and during the friendship of communication, she able to think of how to use few rooms for her own house. They do Airbnb so that whatever. So me now, I even now offered and say, okay, let me buy a ticket and come. One of those your guest room in your house. Do you have foam on the floor or whatever or mattress where I can sleep instead of me just still coming there? And you know what I'm trying to say. So what am I trying to tell you, Auntie B? Listen, a girl that tells a man when you are discussing marriage, Auntie B, at this age, I'm not going to follow get the talk if we not the talk about marriage level. Does that make sense? I don't know if you understand me. The fact that we are talking about marriage level don't mean I want to marry you tomorrow, right? But you
Yeah,
already
yeah.
know my
Your
interest
intention,
that
yeah,
this guy is looking for something serious. I don't know
yeah.
if you understand. And
I
now,
understand.
a guy that's looking for something serious, you are telling him that, well, I've not said yes yet to, let us get to meet first. Let's see if we like each other. The guy said, okay, how can we meet then? So let's meet and spend some time. Does that make sense? So this guy's not expecting that, oh, if we meet, it's going to be all rosy. It could be, now me not even like you, self, physically,
Yeah.
or now
I
you not
mean,
gonna
the
like
first
me.
meeting is crucial.
It's
In any
crucial.
relationship, the first meeting, now the first meeting go even determine whether now even they are attracted to each other, whether now even like each other until now meet. And that's the funny thing about phone. When now they phone, they talk for so long. You know me saying I go
Or
like each other
Zoom
when I meet
dating, like
you.
Brother Patrick talking. Zoom
No.
dating.
Zoom. Brother Patrick talks, see what Brother Patrick talk. He say, Bill, I'm on a 7 days fasting for you. You are getting
Okay.
married this year, whether you like it or not. You will receive
Amen,
double for
Brother
your travel.
Patrick. Put more.
He said, you
I
don't
bet,
try, oh.
I bet more change the topic and not maybe about me. Please, let's
Oh
go to
my God.
the
You make I free you. When I do well, oh, you and Byron, I do well. Make I add other people. Make we talk this transport fare matter. What do you feel about this transport fare?
So, Sister B, I want to say something really quickly, right? You
Okay.
see, in all the conversations, everybody has been talking, and even the comment section,
Mm.
it's now let me talk about Nigeria. Now, Nigerian men now then create the problem when it can happen. When it can happen, say women they expect that mindset of the man paying the Tfare. It's a fact. Now, the issue there is how do we reform the mindset to the point where the women don't feel like they need to rely on the man for transport fare. If you're meeting a man to date or get to know the person, let it be balanced. You come as a human being, meet somewhere neutral and talk about. If there's some men who don't mind, they'll just they not even need you don't need it's not even a conversation. They'll just pay the Tfare and say, meet me here. There's some men like that. There's some Nigerian men like that, right?
Yeah.
The same way, I think it's an individual thing. It can't, everybody is not the same, right? There's people who see things different. Because you go on a date, some men before you even blink, they've already taken care of the bill. There's some
Yeah,
men
it's
like
true.
that. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So it's an individual thing, and I think that both parties should have a conversation about it and decide how they're going to meet. And it shouldn't be one person leeching on the other. I believe
Mm.
in vex money because I was brought up like that. So I always have
Mm-hmm.
money in my pocket just in case I needed to get away, right?
Mm-hmm.
But sometimes you find people who, because of the mindset and depending on the type of people they've dealt with, they believe that the man has to fund their lifestyle, basically, which is
Mm-hmm.
detrimental because what you're doing is you're putting yourself out there to be taken advantage of.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I'm moving on to Courage. Please unmute yourself. Hello, Courage. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm good, thank you. You're welcome. What do you have to say, please?
I do not support women demanding for, to be, for their transport fare to be paid.
Mm-hmm.
I believe that if a woman, you know, if a woman was, invited on a date,
Mm-hmm.
they are old enough to be on a date. They are old enough to have something. I'm guessing maybe 25 to 30 years old or any age. We are
Yeah.
all old enough to have something.
Mm-hmm.
So if we are saying that we want the equal thing going on, all the stuff that is going on, then we
Yeah.
should be able to come as a person, like the sister just rightly said, that come as a person, as an individual, and
Yeah.
come on a date. It's a date. But the thing is that we are all missing things. Why? Because we're packaging a lot. We don't know
Yeah.
who we are. We
Mm-hmm.
don't know our values. And maybe we do have values. Maybe if we work hard to put the values to ourselves, then we know who we are. But some of us don't even know who we are, and
Yeah.
then we throw ourselves, cheaply, to people to see, and they see a different version of us, but that's not really who we are. So
Yeah.
it just we are where we are today because we do not know who we are. So
Mm-hmm.
if we know who we are, we know what we want, we know what we need, we know what we're going for. And
Yeah.
before somebody asks somebody on a date, they already been talking. They already know what they do for a living.
Mm-hmm.
So what is the packaging for? If a man say, okay, can we go on a date? Or a woman say, can we go on a date?
Mm-hmm.
Don't package anything. Don't package. Just be honest and say, okay,
Yeah.
where are we going? Maybe we are going to Olive Garden for dinner.
Mm-hmm.
I'm sorry, I cannot afford to go there, but can we go here?
Yeah.
Just be honest.
Mm-hmm.
And the person is gonna say,
Because
oh,
everybody
okay.
is forming. The reason why they can't be
Yeah,
honest is that Nigeria is a very pretentious society where
yes,
everybody has heirs. And most of them, they live fake life. So they
yes,
can't be honest, even if they can't afford to get to that place. You see what happened the other day? Somebody was using somebody's house to pose and said that she built a house until she was found out. That is
okay,
what we are seeing today. A
yes.
lot of people are not true to themselves. They
No,
just
they are
they
not.
live a very, oh God, it's terrible.
Fake
Adana
life.
is saying that if everyone in Nigeria was gainfully employed, this would never be an issue. I don't think so. The ladies that were
Um,
discussing on that show, they are employed, and they still tell you that being a girl in Lagos is expensive. Some Nigerian girls, not all of them, a lot of them who live in Nigeria believe that even if I have money, the man has to do this. That's the truth. It's a society.
Well, I do not support that. I got married very young age, and I learned one thing. I went to my brother to get, help me out with some money. And he told me, because this has been there for a very long time. He told me that I have girlfriends that I take care of. Don't you have somebody that take care of you? I wasn't even old enough for anybody to take care of except my parents and my siblings. And he told me that, and that just, it hit me hard, and I hate to ask for anything. even when I really need it, even when I have people that I can ask something, at least close members, family members, but
Yeah.
I dislike asking for
Me too.
anything
I don't like
because
asking people too. I don't like,
I dislike doing that. I just
especially
like,
when you know
what?
you have and you say no. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
And
It
I say,
kills me.
if my brother
Mhm.
can say that to me, anybody can say that to me, because
Mhm.
that was my brother. He's my brother. He's my brother. So for
Yeah.
him to tell me that, that means anybody can, disappoint me if I need
Yeah.
something from them. So I have always stand my ground till
Thank you
today.
so
I
much.
am married, but I do not. I don't even like asking my husband anything. I just like, you know what? If you know that I need to, you can just give me what you want to give
Yeah.
me, but I'm not going to ask for it. So
I
I
like
do
that.
not support women asking for, I just think if you ask a man, oh, pay pay for
Transport.
my this, pay for my phone, pay for my transport fare, pay for this, pay for the lunch or the dinner, pay for this. You just telling them, yeah, I'm here just here to dig gold. That is
All
what I'm here
right.
to do. I'm just gonna dig some gold from you, and you invited me, yes, so you have to pay. I do not support that, and I don't think it should be that way. And women need to know who they are and know
Thank
that we are not created to just depend and or just take and take. Even if you have something, you just take. No, we are not that. That is no for me. So
All
thank
right.
you, and you
Thank you
do.
so
Thank you,
much,
everyone.
Courage. Yeah, thank you
All right.
so much, Sister Courage. Appreciate you. Yes, I am going to go to what am I going to now? Okay, we've got so many people on the screen. Dominique, I see you, but let me go to Lawrence. Lawrence, hi.
Hey, Sister B, how you day?
I did fine. No, I did gidigba. Now be the guy so now matter with they they
Well,
say some of them now they ask for transport fare now. Now so
I kind of support am, but make I talk. Make I no before I go land, make you know, make you no kick me, come out. I
what do
just
you
dey talk.
support? You say you support and what
I
do you
know
support?
support transport fare. By the way, I did call from New York.
Okay.
So I think I agree with Omonye and other people that have said that I think women should be ready. If you're going on a date, if you are of age to go on a date, at least the first time, your transport fare you should be able to cover it for the cab. And I
Yeah.
understand BO when it comes to long distance dating, where
Mm-hmm.
after a while you guys could make an arrangement, you know. But even when it comes to the transport fare, I think if maybe sometimes Uber fare from one direction is more expensive. You know,
Okay.
you could put that into consideration, and maybe it also put into consideration the persons who is earning more. You know, so maybe the third time or the fourth time, you guys could maybe the guy could now see that, oh, okay, this girl is earning less than I do, and this thing is progressing somewhere. So if she's
Mm-hmm.
coming, maybe I'll pay the Uber fare or something like that.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so in summary, the first time I think the girl should be like everybody should be ready to cover their own transportation fare. But as time goes on, if you understand each other, of course
Mm-hmm.
you come together and join hands. But make I tell you my story, right?
Mm-hmm. You get story.
Just small story. Okay.
Oh yeah, hit us,
I
make we
been
hear then.
I been date this girl, right? She be they make more than I do, right? In fact,
Okay.
I make better money. Now doctor
Mm-hmm.
she all right. So our first date, I don't mind. I just pay. A Niger girl, Nigerian American girl with a born here, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I don't mind. I can't pay, you know. So, but I think can't do me one kind. She not even try. She not
Mm-hmm.
even suggest small, you know. The next date, I still pay, and she order plenty stuff. The thing can't do one kind, but I just they continue. After a while, I bring up the topic small, say, "Hey, what do you think about
Which
this?"
day you self go pay?
Yeah, I don't come
That
out.
even with the good work. Okay, go ahead, though.
You know, sorry to interject, Lawrence. I tell
Okay.
you something one time, BO. I tell you say because person get money
Mhm.
or you have a good job, no mean say you dey generous. So
I agree
Yeah.
with you now.
but
Ma, not be
men,
doctor
I beg
TB.
una listen to me. Women when they get the heart of giving, it no
Yeah,
matter how much they are earning.
I agree.
Giving is something that is a gift. People are
Correct.
naturally givers.
Mhm.
And women, when they give, they go give you their last $5. If now what they get be that.
I agree with you.
And you know how you tell no people whether they give? It's in small things, not be until
Yeah.
you do big thing.
Mhm.
But the little way you
Yes.
get, don't they share with you already? Ah, You
Yeah.
know, they see and say this person a sharing person, a generous. You go they see am. But to get some people where they get money, they get big job, when they get big paycheck, they're stingy past anything. Their shishi not they drop.
Yeah. Yeah.
Go ahead, my brother.
So now I can't ask her small, can't take time, can't ask her. Now she can say she no believe say woman supposed pay anything. No. No, not at all. Person when they make at least twice person that they make. So she no believe say woman supposed to. I said, now wow, you know, so in New York with everything they're expensive.
Everything they're expensive.
Well, she live for South, and most of the Niger guys for South. Once they go out with them, and then they cover everything. I say, well, Southern US kind of, you know, they different. They kind of Niger-ish. Here in New York with everything. She said, no. I ignore the thing. No, we continue. Now, in one time, it can't be this Uber fare thing can't happen. You know, she go come my place when she won't go. She go say, my call Uber for her. You know, I make mistake.
You don't get the app for her phone.
I don't know. I make mistake doing one time. I saw the thing can't continue. After a while, I just can't tire. But maybe the thing can't break up for between us. The thing can't break up. Now another story altogether. I don't even bring it. Then a church thing. I be Catholic. She don't like Catholic. Her father tell her and say no Catholic. So anyway.
That must be problem again for relationship today.
That can't be problem. The thing just can't tire me plus the.
It's not even good for you, sir. That kind of person when he pay in transport for New York. I beg, good as you break up with him. No, she's not. Even if you marry her, man, that kind of person, you go believe saying that you go to pay. Even if you earn less, it go make you pay 80% or 90% of the bills. Now that kind of woman go sit down. Your husband go they slave himself. He go see say not be say you know they try not be say you be lazy man. Oh, things never gel like that. You know, maybe you never get the dream job when you want.
I know.
You they struggle. And she get big job, she get money. You know, go agree contribute. You go just contribute small. You go to contribute small, no agree. So that kind of person not good for you. So even good when the papa tell her me no marry you, better.
Exactly. So Sister B, I just want to point to exactly what Lawrence said, right? When he was saying that, you see, when the girl said, no, the people in the South, the Nigerian men she's met. So you see that this problem starts with Nigerian men, right? Always coming forward and saying, hey, I want to be the. I mean, I understand that it's been a culture for a long time, but the mindset has to be renewed, you know, and it has to be discussed between two parties.
So Nigerian men like to show off. They like to show off. That's the truth. The only way that they impress, some of them don't get game. You know, the only way that they impress women and money, especially for Nigeria. You know, when man gets sweet mouth, you know they to spend money. If you are funny, you have a very bubbly personality, like you now, Lawrence, as I see you, they smile like this. So you go feel easily catch babe, you know, because you go the gist. But some men that if you sit down with them, if you sit down 5 minutes, now they look nothing to talk. You understand? They are not conversationalists. They're not they funny. They're not fit carry conversation. So the only way they go take makeup, now to they throw you money anyhow. You don't they hit you with money. Anything they go pay. They don't want to get you. But you see the funny thing, even when they get that kind babe, down the road, it will still be a problem. You know? Because at that time the woman come they say, you know even sabi gist. She can't person be this. You know, everything are just serious. You don't eat finish, you go face television. Which kind of thing be you know? Anyway, thanks for your contribution, Lawrence.
Oh, thank you, Auntie B.
I appreciate that.
Thank you.
All right, we are moving on. Dominique, you are my next. How are you, darling?
I would like to say something on this.
Oh, okay, go for it first. I think someone said she wants to say something.
I'm sorry, I didn't know you could hear me.
That's okay. You can go before me. I'm happy to wait. Don't worry.
No, it's fine. It's fine. I'll wait for you. I was trying to talk to my husband and then, sorry.
Okay, all right. Let me mute you. When you finish with your husband, we'll open you so that we can hear. All right. Dominique, how are you doing, my darling?
I'm okay.
I've missed you. Are you okay?
I missed you too. It's been busy, man. My brother came to visit me. He literally told me a week before he came. So we've been gallivanting all over the UK.
That's good.
So he literally left this morning.
All right. Okay.
So your subject is very interesting. To be honest with you, I left Cameroon when I was 17. So I never really dated until I moved to the UK. So this transport fare thing is new to me because I've not heard of that here. There's kind of an assumption when you hear that when you meet up, you kind of both make your way there. Like Gigi, I had some experiences when a guy came, we met We were both in different countries. We met in a third country, if that makes sense. And obviously, we both paid for our fare, and the date didn't go the way he wanted it to go. I behaved very well. I'm just saying, because the comment section are like spectators, like, what did you do? I did not do anything. Maybe that was the issue. I don't know. But anyways, I was just my lovely self and everything. But he don't. He wanted the date to go somewhere else, which didn't go. So the man now went on his way and then called me and said, "Oh, so who is going to now pay for his the fare that he went all the way from his country to come?" I said, I did not tell you this was a promised land that you will come and find now. I did not say I'm God that will give you manna coming from the sky. I don't understand. But it's this expectation that people have sometimes with that if they put effort A, they will have B. And I think one of the things in dating is risk taking. There's no guarantee for return of your investment. There isn't any of that. So if you come in with expectation that, oh, if you're a guy, you pay for the date, that means the lady must do Olympics, later on this evening. Or if you're a girl, the guy must pay for the first date. When you come with this expectation, you might be disappointed, because a lot of people also have been burned in the past, and now they don't want to make the same mistake. But they don't realize you were not burned because of what you did. You were burned because you did it with the wrong person. And at the time, you may not have known that. So if you're a guy who normally pays for first dates, or who likes to pay for most dates, don't stop who you are because you were burned. Because you might then miss out on an opportunity because you're trying to make sure you are not burned. If you're a lady and you're very giving, you like to pay for dates, don't stop that because you think a man is going to take advantage of you. Because at the end of the day, the person that's for you is for you. Amen. You can't look at bad experiences and say, I'm going to use that now in my new experiences, because people can sense when you are being very guarded. And it's not a nice thing to know when you meet a guy and he's still thinking from his past experience, like, oh, a girl is not going to get me anymore, so I'm going to do this. So you are being judged before even the person knows you. So I think it's very, very tricky. I don't think there's a hard, fast, right or wrong answer, because if you are back home and somebody's saying you should meet them and you don't have transport fare and you tell them honestly, you are being honest with the person. But if you're doing it to kind of swindle money for them, I mean, I don't think that's right. But sometimes you can't tell initially. And I think sometimes guys are very quick to say, oh, she's a gold digger. Oh, she's a this. Oh, she's that. And also, when you meet a woman, she's also used to a certain train of life, especially if you meet a woman who's professional and she's working already. She's used to certain things. I don't believe you should accept to go on a date to a place that you cannot pay yourself. I don't think that's right. So if you say, let's go to this restaurant, make sure that you yourself as a woman, you can pay, because just by principle, do you understand what I mean? And when it comes to the date, don't assume he's going to pay. Just be like, oh, do you want to split the bill? And then let's see what he says. Do you understand what I mean? Like, I don't think there should be some kind of entitlement or whatever. And even if you're dating a guy, at one point, there's going to be his birthday, in which case, you know what kind of thing he likes, making a gift for him or surprising him, I don't know, to a football ticket, if you like Manchester United or something. I don't know. Why.
So your point is that people should just continue to be who they are. They should be true to themselves. Yeah.
Yes.
Whether you've been burnt or not, be true to yourself in terms of if you're a generous person, continue to be generous. This is what I was saying. I know we make a joke around here with Bio and we say, oh, 6 figures, 6 figures.
Bio got really burned today. The people in the comment section was like,
I said to Bio, I said, forget all these 6 figures, 7 figures, the 9 figure, no make sense. Look, what you need is a woman with a kind and generous heart. Okay? Because if kindness is better than money. When somebody is kind, they will share of their spirit, their soul. They will be there for you. They will share everything, whether materialistic or non, or even not money alone. They will share it with you. Forget about 6 figures. 6 figures is just income. It's just what you make. You don't go to, I know it's a joke, but seriously, you can get into trouble because you're looking for 6 figures. Some 6 figures people, whether male or female, can be cold-hearted, unfeeling. All they think about is money, 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 and how whatever money they have, how they can make it multiply to get more money for them and all that. They are unfeeling. They don't care. They're not caring. So I bet when I forget this 6 figure, makes sense. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that. Everybody that makes 6 figures is not nice, but it's the individual.
Yeah. And I
If
think the
somebody
thing,
is a wicked person, when they have six figures, they will still be wicked with their
Mhm.
six
Auntie
figures.
B, thank you very much. I'm taking your advice on this issue. Okay, I'll put it on the comment section. But also just know that the six-figure issue came at the time we were talking about dividing asset 50-50 on one show where I made a comment and said it's always good since if there's a divorce, everybody share things equally. That you just want someone that earn exactly
Yeah,
what you are earning.
I
So it was
understand.
just
I
a
mean, we
joke
have a
anyway.
sister here in the house, Ra, who told
Yeah,
us about
it's
how
just a
wealthy the
joke.
husband was.
Yeah,
The
it's just
man
a
had
joke.
a lot of money, but he was a mango pack who almost destroyed our life, if not for the grace of God. So, I bet man at least six figures, though. I know it's good for somebody to be doing well financially, but there's too much that goes into a relationship outside money, you
that's true.
know.
You need money to
Gravitas,
raise children, but you
yeah,
educate them with character. So
yeah.
somebody may have money enough to raise children, but may not have the character needed to actually to educate them, to give them
Mm-hmm,
certain moral values. And you
mm-hmm.
can't buy that. So you
And if
have
you
to put things in
understand
a
each
smooth.
other, you're on the same page, you like each other, then no matter how much money you have coming into the relationship or into the household, when you pull it together, it will seem like it will seem bigger than it is because you are working together. You are in the same you are a team. You understand? But six figures, the person can be doing their own planning outside the relationship. They're not planning with you. It's about my money, my money, my money, which is,
And I
it
also
has
think
its
if
own
you're
problem.
afraid of people being gold diggers, why are you dating? I met a guy one day who was like, "Oh, women are materialistic, they're gold diggers. I don't want a woman to go after my money." And when I was asking him about himself, all he could tell me was what his material goods. And I was like, okay,
All he
so
has is
you say you
money.
don't want to attract somebody because of gold, but it is gold that you are putting in the water. Which kind of fish do you think will come to this? Will not be. So I was like, at the end of the day, you have to also overcome a certain anxiety. And I think sometimes men think women are gold digger. Women don't just want a man who's accomplished. Women just want this. At the end of the day, we also have to be realistic about certain things. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
we're not going to chop love. So there's a certain degree of financial stability that as me as a woman, Dominic, I'll look for. That's not about being gold digger. It's about planning for the future. So there's a certain type of financial stability I'm looking for. The same way I know there's certain type of, aesthetics or whatever that certain men look for. You know what I mean? I think we have to be, yes, theoretical and saying at the end of the day, what that matters most is the person's character. That is true. But everything has its place. Money has its place in the relationship. I definitely believe that because money changes people. And I
No,
actually
we're not
believe,
saying that money is not important. We
no,
are
no, I know,
saying
Auntie
that it
B, I
shouldn't
know.
be the determining factor for who you end up with.
No,
Don't
no, I
marry
definitely
somebody
agree.
because they are earning six figures. You might
Mm-hmm.
regret it. Okay,
Yeah.
Gravitas, you've been waiting for a long time. Can I just let me hear what you have to say? You're welcome. I'm sorry for the wait.
It's okay, Auntie B. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Okay. So it actually worries me. This topic worries me a lot because when you think about it, both from the safety angle of things and then from the self-respect angle of things, like it bothers me a lot. Number one, let me just think about the fact that a woman is waiting and she has a full makeup on and then her dress is really pretty and then she's stranded and she doesn't have money to get home. That one in itself is embarrassing. But
Exactly.
but also the safety angle, the world is getting crazy. There are a lot of like insane people out here. So you can't really trust anybody, especially if you are going on a date for the first time with someone that you don't know. You want to make sure that you actually have your own money so that if you suspect something is going on, you can just quickly jackpot. Not have anything crazy happen to you and be a statistics. So that angle aside, and it gives a woman like self-respect where like you are not given any room to be disrespected anyhow. It's like,
Yeah.
okay, I have my money. Like, if it does anyhow or it behaves anyhow to me, or like I'm feeling disrespected, I can just go. So that one is on that angle. So from the safety aspect of things and then for the respect aspect of things too, it's just beneficial for you to just have your own money. So don't go anywhere
Yeah.
without any money. Like it's very
Yeah.
irresponsible. Have your own.
Yeah.
And then when
Yeah.
you need to go, you can just go.
Yeah. My mom always said to me when I was growing up that the reason why you shouldn't go out as an adult without money is, what if you break somebody's eggs? And I used to
Exactly.
wonder, Mom, how am I going to break somebody's eggs on the road? You say, no, you never know. But that's a parable. It just means, what if there's an emergency? You
Mm-hmm.
know, you need that money. So always have, that's why it stayed with me till today. I never go anywhere without my purse. Never. If I'm late and I remember I left my purse, I will come back and get it. Because
Mm.
what if I break somebody's eggs?
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
Like,
Mm-hmm.
especially like even abroad or like in Nigeria. Nigeria is getting insane. Like, why would you want to go anywhere without having a means out? Like, it's just creating like room for so many bad things to happen. So, like,
Okay.
it's extremely troubling.
Thank
So
you
that's
so
just
much,
my
Gravitas.
contribution.
I appreciate you, my darling. Thanks for joining. Okay. Frau, I'm going to take your call and then we are going to round up. Hello, Frau. Can you
Hello.
hear me? Yeah.
I'm so sorry for interrupting the first time.
No, that's all right. That's okay. Go ahead.
I was just talking to my husband and I was asking him who's supposed to pay for the first date, and he
Mm-hmm.
says the person who initiates the date is supposed to pay for the first date
Yeah.
because you're the one, and most times it's always the guy who initiates the first date.
Yeah.
So I expect someone who's inviting me on a date to
Mm-hmm.
be nice enough, kind enough, polite enough to pay for the first date.
Mm-hmm.
But asking for transport fare as a lady after a date is demeaning. It's totally disrespectful to ask
Mm-hmm.
someone after paying for your food to pay for your way back home. It's kind of entitled, it's like an entitlement mentality. Like, I won't go on a second date with a girl who asks me for transport fare on the first date.
Right.
It's yeah, and we talked about it yesterday because you brought the topic up yesterday. So we had a little discussion in the house about it. Like, oh, we don't have kids yet, but we plan on having kids and we plan on having daughters too. So
Mm-hmm.
we're like, if our daughter is to go on the first date with a guy,
Mm-hmm.
we expect the guy to be nice enough to pay for the first date. But if our girl doesn't have money to pay, if something happens, we have to give her emergency money in case
Mm-hmm.
something happens.
Yeah.
Outside, you don't know, something might happen. The guy might say, oh, I forgot my wallet. Oh,
That's a common one. I hear that I forgot my wallet is quite common now. People
yeah,
saying I forgot my wallet. Oh
yeah.
my God.
I'm sorry, I have
Mhm.
corona. So I just decided to call him because the topic was very interesting.
Oh yeah. Are you
I'm so
okay?
sorry. So the guy must say, I forgot my wallet, like, or like in some movies. So you see some Nigerian movies. Maybe the girl orders something really expensive and he
Yeah. I
can't pay
mean,
for it. Then he says,
it,
oh, I need to use the bathroom or I need to go to the toilet or something. And then he
and
doesn't
it
come
would
back.
ja.
so
Ah,
so
that's terrible.
instead of
Hmm.
ladies waiting for a guy to pay, or it's not like you shouldn't pay for the first date, but please have your own money somewhere in case something happens.
Thank you very much. I
That's
hope
it.
you feel better soon. Take
Thank
care of
you.
yourself, please. God bless you. Right. O'Shea said if the guy is a decent guy, he should give the lady money, her transport back home just to ensure she gets back home safely. I think a lot of you still don't get what we are saying. We are saying that women these days, if you are old enough to date, you should be able to afford your own transport without asking a man for it. That's what we are saying. Ladies, are you even getting it at all? If you are old enough to date, you are 25 years old, and you are matured enough to go on a date, you must have your own money. It is not about whether the guy offer or didn't offer. Don't ask. Don't ask. No, it's wrong. If you grew up in Nigeria and you're in this part of the world now, begin to disabuse your mind. Please. There are some girls in Nigeria who are so independent these days, even. They don't do that. Why do you be asking man for transport fare? Even if he offers to pay, fine. Okay? I understand that you might not have a car at that age, but don't go and ask him for transport. Rel said, I once heard a man I once heard a man say that a girl demanded for transportation fare, but he paid the taxi man both the transportation fare and asked the taxi man to return her back immediately. Yeah, I saw the video. Yeah, it's true. I saw the video. Someone shared it with me on Instagram today. I didn't have time to bring it here. So that's what we're saying. Instead of going on dates, if you don't have money to pay transport, start looking for things you can do that will earn you money. Transport fare is the least thing you should be able to afford as a woman who is going on dates. I don't like the dependency that women bring into relationship. You're just so you're so dependent. You are like a child. You are a grown-ass woman. Pay your own damn transport. If you don't have transport, sit in your house. Sit in your father's house. Go and look for a job. Do something. Learn a trade. Do a business that will give you money. That's what we are saying. Bikonu. I don't know how to say it again. Okay, we're ending now. It's 2 hours I want to do. Final words. Dominic, I come to you first.
Hello. Right, that was such a good show. I watched it from the 49th minute, so I'm not sure what was said earlier. But I think it's very good. And like I said, just stay true to yourself. And I think some of the comments, like the one you've mentioned before, that someone said, why will a guy invite you on a date and not pay for your fare to make sure you get home safely and all that? I think everything has to be contextualized. So if you're meeting and you're both meeting there and you've driven, then I think I will expect the guy to text me at least to say, or call me and say, did you get home safely?
That's not what we're talking about. Why are they making it about,
Yeah, I know, but that's what they're saying. That's what I'm saying is that because there's too many things that have been linked to money, or there's so many money, financial traits that have been linked to character. So, for example, a woman would think if a man is paying for my transport fare, that means he's generous. That is true. It can mean he's generous. It can also mean he has an agenda. So you can't just look at someone's behavior, like someone's action, and immediately imagine what the intention behind it is, which is why I said about if you have expectation, just make them known. And make them known and let the guy know why you want him to pay your transport fare, if that's the case. Maybe, I don't know, just make it known to the person why you want it, if that's your thing. If that's not your thing, also make it known, because the other side of that coin is a man saying, oh, you're too independent because you made your way there. You didn't allow me to, come pick you up or pay the transport fare or everything. So everything is always has two sides. So I think as long as you both communicate your expectation and make sure the communication line is open, then it should be fine. But I think don't make assumption based on someone's action. Always clarify and check with them to make sure what the intention behind the action is, and then take it from there. Don't assume he's stingy because he didn't offer it. Don't assume he's generous because he did offer it. Always talk about those things, because once you have expectation and assumption that have set in the foundation, it's very difficult to remove it, because that foundation is like a building. So when you start dating, it's like you're putting cement, you're putting the foundation of that building. When you get to the third floor and you realize that something in the foundation is wrong, it's a lot of work. So it's better as you're putting the foundation to clarify, what do you mean by this? When you do this, it makes me feel that way. When I do this, so all these things, so that to make sure the foundation is set well. So that's all. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much, my darling Monique. Good to have you back. Love you very much. And I will see you very, very soon. Thank you. So, Amaya's Corner, I'm coming to you. Your closing summary.
Okay. Oh, should I go ahead? Oh,
yeah,
okay.
Go ahead. Yeah, okay, we're ending now. Yeah.
So, I mean, in summary, I'll just say, everybody, this issue has to do with individuals. There are some men that are okay. They don't even need you to ask. They sort it out. Okay. And then in situations and scenarios where you find yourself where this comes up, then have a conversation about it, talk about it, so that both parties have an understanding of what the expectation should or should not be, at least in regards to how do we meet halfway. And dating does not have to be expensive, I beg. You can go to a park.
That's the problem.
You can go to the gym together.
Yeah, you can go to the park.
You can go to the park.
You can just meet somewhere and talk. Drink tea or something. If it's Nigeria, I don't know why you have to go to expensive places for dates.
You don't have to.
Why?
Because you don't know
the men they call Sam. That's what Timothy is saying.
Exactly.
Timothy is saying, Auntie B, please address the men too. Now then they cause
this
one.
Now then they cause Sam. Now they set the standard.
Some of una want impress. Now want impress. Later now I know can't get transport like that. When they ask in date for transport fare.
Exactly.
You don't finish all the money
bus.
for restaurants. You don't broke.
Exactly.
You know
And
how
like
embarrassing it is for you to be asking woman to pay your transport?
exactly. And like you
Wow.
said, Auntie B, some men don't have flex. They don't have the, they don't have that, they don't know how to make people laugh. They don't know how to
I
start
don't
a
expect any single girl
conversation.
to be giving her money to a man that she's dating.
Some
You
men
shouldn't.
demand.
If
Some
a
men
man
have
asks you for money and you are dating, you are not even in a committed relationship, you are dating, then a red flag. I beg.
exactly.
What do you bring that one? Which kind of investment be that? You never marry me, I'll give you money. Say, waiting, I beg you. Leave that one. I don't encourage anybody to do it. If you go
Some
on
men
dates and and they start asking you for money, run till it's
exactly. And
because that
some
one and I pay master, now pay woman they look for it, go they pay. Which I mean, that's embarrassing. How you go ask
yeah.
your date for money? Ha.
And some men, because that's na money, only money they get. So they just feel say maybe they fall for their feet because they get the money. So they don't go talk, no effort, nothing. There
And
are men
another
like
thing we
that.
say, you feel go, all those ones where they say, they ask, you feel go, you go pay your transport, you go feed you, do everything for you. When in that you kerewa finish, that's the end, you know will call you again.
That is it,
Then you
exactly.
will not feel very used, you feel dirty. Say they don't
Exactly.
use you for ordinary transport. That's
Exactly.
why I say transport no reach. If you want knack for if you want transactional relationship, say you want knack for money, transport is too small for you to be
Exactly.
knocking for transport and egg roll. Be like
And Fanta.
egg roll
Fanta
and
and
Fanta.
popcorn. No,
Oh
it's
my
true. These are
god.
facts.
They knack for egg roll and Fanta and Coke
Exactly.
and chin chin.
Exactly. And then suffer
Wow.
a lifetime of heartache, spiritual pain, everything
And you know,
pain.
say you feel knack that kind knack, you go carry belle. You know.
Exactly.
If you know use protection, and that kind one, God won't punish you, you can't get belle. Then the
Exactly.
guy don't block you, they talk to him again. And that time
What
you call the
case
scratch
scenario
head.
you go leave the person with disease when they know they no
Ah.
get cure?
You
Eh?
guys, are they careful, ladies? Please be
Exactly.
careful. Don't sell yourself short. You guys are
Exactly.
you got so much more to offer. You don't sell yourself short because of Tfare. What's Tfare? They vex
Exactly.
me.
Tfare is nothing, no, but if at all you have to let it be discussed so that both parties know, okay, then we arrange till we go meet. Or waka go the next junction, 2-3 streets away and say, okay, let's meet at this junction and walk from here for like 1 hour and come back, we talk. That's it. Everybody enter their house. Anyway,
Even if you
that's
don't want to sleep with and you can't feel obligated because they pay
you
you
don't spend
Tfare.
all that money. Exactly. So it doesn't make sense. I think that everybody should think about themselves. Like as a woman, think about like that lady mentioned, your safety is very key. The world is crazy now. Why do you want to go meet someone who you don't know? There's so many cases of women that have disappeared just like that, and they found them unalived. They met somebody having a conversation, then they went
Especially the
and
ones where they meet for social media. It don't happen where
exactly,
even in Nigeria, it's happening now. How many of
exactly.
them don't delete their girlfriend when they go on dates with? You meet on Facebook, next thing you are traveling to go see the person, and the next thing they say they don't see the girl again. You understand?
Absolutely. There's one that left from here and went to Ghana, claiming that the guy in Ghana said he was a billionaire. The girl disappeared, though. They are still looking for her till today. So it's safety first, and it shouldn't always be about money. Character, personality, the inside of a person matters more. That doesn't mean that the person should be completely jobless or out of a job.
And
But
even if
even
you're
that,
hungry, especially for girls when they're in Nigeria, when they watch this, even if you're hungry, no go they do greediness where you go date. They order everything for the menu.
exactly,
Give yourself
champagne,
some
everything you
dignity.
never eat for your life,
No
you
order
call the
one
order.
thing. No
Yes,
order the whole menu because you're hungry. You want, and some of them will carry take away. Now
yes,
that one was passed. You can't eat so you go back take away from restaurants.
exactly.
You go pay.
That one too.
They go make you
Exactly.
pay for all that food
Eh,
when you the order so.
of course, so all that one. So everybody need to address themselves. I think everybody should look in the mirror, figure out what you want for your life. What kind of do you want to be respected or disrespected? Because now how you take care of yourself, then people will respect you. So that's it, Sister B. Thank you. This was
Thank
another
you, my
great topic.
lovely.
All
Yeah,
right then.
appreciate you, my
Thank
darling. Take
you.
care.
Uh-huh.
Dio, now me and you want close the show today. As we don't
Auntie,
give you hand, we give
Auntie
you hand well.
B. No. Me, I too like you now. Thank you very much. One thing you must also learn about me be say,
Dio,
sometimes I dey say some things make the place dey hot, make it sweet. You understand? So,
yes.
but first of all, make I thank you very much. Thank you very much for everything what you do. And your advice is highly noted. You know, say this social media, not everything will fit on the talk for you. Oh, sure, you know. So anything when person talk like this, go talk the surface. So because who not know? I not blame comment, I not blame anybody. Now, wait, the one where you talk rich, now they go comment on. Because for instance, the same person when I talk about, now 2 weeks later I find out say he buy ticket from here, go see guy for Nigeria for the first time. He never reach in mama house. I'm telling you, from a family member. So what am I trying to say? If a woman really get interest in meeting you too, and you show that commitment, in fact, no matter how rich you think you can afford it, always known that women are the best species you can ever think of. I always say it. If a woman is sitting down here and the man she needs is the last person on the queue, she will find her way there. I'm telling you the truth. It's just the truth about women. That doesn't mean you should not put an effort. I'm trying to say when it becomes obvious that somebody is showing that is not ready to still put at least 10% out of 90% of your effort in a relationship, or trying to start a relationship, or trying to, do something, it's a red flag already for you to know, So that is where that good heart you talk about comes from. A woman with a good heart, even though say now 10 naira dey her pocket, she go enter bus come see you first. You, that man, go ask say, how did you come? Where's the driver? I go say, no, I came through bus. You say, wow. Inside your mind, you don't already know, say, this is such an humble woman.
Yeah,
She's committed too. So it's not because you cannot spend the money or whatever, you want to see the commitment. If the person not get at all, you know already, say this person not the work, nothing. And honestly, between God and man, to be serious about this issue, I don't want to bring my personal matters here. The person I'm even interested on currently now, I'm telling you, the person don't even have, he came in here as a student, he doesn't have good work, he's just doing part-time. Even they collect this 20K a year. So, but at the end of the day, me, if you hear me the tell for social media right now, you go think, say, oh, now who they look for, get big money, this guy, no, that is not just the truth. I'm not trying to paint myself. So I agree with you totally. Your words are highly taken seriously. That it is now who they give, now they give. Now so that they talk now, they say who they do, now they do. You don't understand? Who be akagon, be akagon. You can't be calling me and we are this thing. You are telling me how you bought 2 houses now. You are turning them to Airbnb. Then you want to marry and we are discussing marriage and you are asking me to do everything 100%. No, I don't. It doesn't sit right, man. You can be a big person, but if you present yourself cheap, no matter how worthy you are or your words, that's why I tell you that if you carry true religion designer, go put for Bedan Select. Now, Bedan Select price, they go see price on. Not just the truth, whether they write true religion for the body or not. So that is it.
Thank you. No wahala. Brother Patrick don't talk and he don't enter in now altar for you, BO. This year no go pass you by. That your wedding, we go come that wedding. We must come America and come do your wedding, whether the devil likes it or not. You go find wife this year. Whether na 6 figure or 1 figure. What we want for you is a good woman with a good heart. When he go there with you, through thick and thin, when no go give up on you for the first problem when go arise, that will be able to withstand life, because life dey happen. No, so now why I know they want maybe people today money good, but there are so many other things that are very, very important in relationships. Thank you also so much for tonight. I hope we've been able to trash the issue. Unfortunately, we don't have a lot of people who are watching from Nigeria. I wish we did, because I think this will help a lot of people. It is the way things are turning out in Nigeria is becoming very dangerous. Honestly, it is. We all grew up in Nigeria. We know how it was dating in the back then and how it is now. Maybe it's because of social media, maybe because of all these celebrities we're talking about yesterday, maybe because the need for this, people to impress both men and women. So, brothers, una need to advise on ourselves. You can't be asking a woman on a date and the first day you don't dey talk of Kiriwa. You won't go Kiriwa her. Or you just meet a woman you're talking to. Maybe when I meet for social media, you are telling her to come to your house. Why? That house one should not even come in. Don't tell her to come to your house. Arrange to meet in a public place in the afternoon. So now I go see each other. Sit down, talk. Before I go decide whether I know each other, now go even continue on the second day. Don't ask a woman to come to your house. Now, why are all these girls they bill you be that? They give una bill because they believe say the only thing one I want na kerewa. And before they go give kerewa, make themselves get something. That make you go see them carry their friends come. They go order everything from menu, do take away from restaurant, go out. Because they know say they go pay. So they really want, to at least make you say spend money. It shouldn't be. It shouldn't be. You some relationship, if you take money out of it, they don't get anything left. Money is the only thing, you know. And some of these men now they overdo for social media. Some of men are they sit there, they go say they buy their wife this, they buy their girlfriend this, they buy their girlfriend this, they'll come they post them for social media. And a lot of them, you don't even know the truth about all those things where they post. Lori Iro, that be most of them. They'll go and hire vehicles. I bought my girlfriend Bentley. So the next guy you meet now, want me to buy a Bentley. You ask am whether papa gets Okada, you get keke napep, and not get. You dey look for man wey go buy you Bentley. Why you sef no work look for money to buy Bentley for yourself? Abeg, let's do better. This day and age, everybody should be after their self-actualization. Okay? When you doing the best that you can to make yourself better every day, to improve yourself, whether not to go school, whether not to go do trade. And I don't want people who don't have professional jobs to feel like everybody needs to have a professional job, especially for a place like Nigeria. Many people there, they be graduate, they not get work. If na business you want to dey do, I dey like, you know what I dey like? I dey like women when they dey enterprising. Sometimes I go look, I dey see some women like this there. Even some women when they dey for my life, when I dey look, I go just dey look them, and you just see they get plenty time for their hand, but they're not too they push themselves. I dey respect women when they push themselves. I like women when they break boundaries, barriers, whatever. They are doing things. I mean like them because I know what it feels like for you to be your own woman, to be independent. You go get voice, you go get mouth fit talk. But if you just dey look for husband, as also husband, you dey look, you be 25 years old to 30, as also husband, they think about improving yourself. You don't get one small job. Now that job you just dey manage, but you know they even they think of, and you dey think of man when you go make when you go marry you so that you now go become millionaire. Men these days they look for women they go marry when they go put their resources together. So it's neither here nor there. A lot of on for comment section they talk say some Nigerian men don't like independent women. They talk say they're too proud, they're too this. Everybody has somebody that God has made for them. So being independent is never a good thing. Even God forbid you don't end up finding somebody, at least you go enjoy your money. If you sit down for business class or first class, they serve you champagne, they serve you this, you go they sweet you. Now your money, it is your money. You spend it. You live your best life. If you choose to have a baby, you know you can afford it. Whatever you want to do, you can. You know they make money because of they make man marry you or make man not marry you. It's because you are trying to be the best version of yourself. So all this one they talk say, you go pay for wig, you go pay for jollof rice, you go pay for cab, you go do this. So I mean, like a lot of them talk, we're not supposed to get this kind of conversation these days. You're not supposed to be, But Nigeria is shameful that you go still see even the ones that call themselves independent women. Now then go still they look for, and that is why you see a lot of the celebrities date married men, because now married men they give them money. That's why they will never settle for a young, responsible Nigerian man, because you don't get money, the kind of lifestyle where they live. You see, it's a vicious circle, honestly. So I mean, I'm just saying, if you're a young person here or you are single, then set your priorities right, whether you are male or female. And we will get children. We need to teach our children the right values when they are looking out for relationship, what they should be looking out for. These are the things that you should look out for, not somebody that pays your transport fare. He can pay your transport fare, he will give you slap tomorrow. It doesn't make him a good person. It doesn't make her a good person. So we have to be very, very careful. May God help us. Thank you, everyone, for being here tonight. Thanks for your contribution. I am back on Tuesday. Tuesday is the next live show, and I have this topic about adulting. We are doing adulting on Tuesday. And the story I'm sharing is an incredible life story about somebody who didn't plan properly. Life, now planning, This one not plan, no. And the way when the thing can't take go for we go learn a lot of lesson from it. So Tuesday, 7 p.m. UK time, that's 8 p.m. Nigerian time. Make it a date with me, and I shall see you then. Ladies, make your own money. Make your own money. Respect day. Okay? Have a good night. So like they say, I make my own money. It makes me feel so fulfilled. Yes, that's what they call self-actualization. It's fulfilling. Moni Lola, thank you all so much. Have a good night, and I will see you on Tuesday night. God bless you. Have a good day over there in the US. Bio, I don't say you they go lunch. I dey see all those lunch where you they go. What will you they order? Only you go just order, sit down like this, they enjoy yourself. From next year now, two are better than one. Now you and your missus go the order. That time, with the pressure Bio to go marry. I remember we leave Bio alone, no. God will do it in his time. It is well. Thank you all so much for being here. Please give this video a thumbs up. Thank you. Give this video a thumbs up before you log out. And those who subscribe to Omoye's Corners channel from yesterday, I appreciate you. If you never subscribe, I beg, help me subscribe to Omoye's Corner. We are trying to get her to 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. Thanks, everyone. Thanks, Gigi, Romari, Bumi. Love you very much. Dear Star, thank you. Thank you, Bio. I will see you on Tuesday. Bye, guys. Have a productive week ahead. I love you. Bye.